this time that it goes live on Twitter with the correct title and shit. Yay, there we go. Alright, so we're good to start. So guys, just be quiet for a sec. You're not going to hear anything when I play the intro, but I'll start talking and stuff when it's ready. So just bear with me for a minute. And I'll start the intro now.
I have relinquished my status as Elder God to return to Earth and lead you all to battle against our old adversaries. We must act now. We must stop this
Friendly
alliance.
What is going on, beautiful people of the internet? We are back with the Friendly Alliance episode 6. With me, as always, I've got Gilbagz. What's going on? He's hanging out at the top of the Brady Bunch today.
Alright. Yeah, what's up, people?
Just below him, we've got Saggat83, one of our two special guests. What's going on, man?
Hello, hello, hello.
And Castiel, all the way from Brisbane. What is going on?
Not much, thank you.
Alright, so we're back at it. Last week we did have, not last week. 2 weeks ago we had two of the Sydney kind of like up-and-comers, Wasmanada and Mr. Coltrane, but a lot of things have happened since the last fortnight. But before we get into a lot of that, one thing I do want to do is plug a Wollongong tournament, which will be coming up in April, and the exact dates for that are... Oh my god, I should have gotten to this page earlier. Let's have a look. The exact dates are 2nd and 3rd of April, so it's called Expand Gong. It's at the University of Wollongong. Earlier, one of the guys, Prods, posted in Sydney Fighters. I'll now share that in the official Australian fighting game community Facebook group as well, because I'm not sure if any of these guys are part of that group yet. So the tournament, as I said, is held at Wollongong Uni. 2nd and 3rd of April, it has tournaments for Smash Bros. Wii U and Melee, singles and doubles, Street Fighter V, Mortal Kombat X, and Project M. So venue fee for the tournament's $20. It covers 2 days, and you're paying $10 entry per game. And standard tournament pot split 60-30-10 between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So Sydney guys, anyone, especially if you live in Campbelltown, and I'm talking to you, Tasman and Arnold, please come to Wollongong and let's try to make the most of what we have offered to us. So I'm going to be helping Tio that particular tournament for MK. You're coming to
I'm going. Yes? Are you kidding?
There's all offline practice you can get before BAM.
That's
Exactly.
right. That's right. So yeah, that'll be coming up. So I'll post more about that in the group later on. And hopefully, if there's any more announcements, I'll be able to announce those later on down the track as well. So as we said, we have two special guests. We have Saggat and Castiel, two former online warriors, now blessed with the welcoming to the scene from the offline guys. So it's very good to have you guys with us again. And we'll talk a bit more about how you guys made your journey to the scene. But first, we just want to do a quick recap of YSB 39. So have you got the results there, Aaron, with you?
It's on the Facebook page, I'm pretty sure. I made the big post today.
Yeah, so we had a couple of special guests, actually quite a few special guests. We had our biggest YSB MKX tournament probably of all time. Biggest NRS
easily.
Tournament of all time, rather.
Actually, not biggest. It was the first. The launch tournament had like 40, 50.
Oh, true. The launch tournament was huge, but this is the first time we've gotten close to pressing onto equal numbers to that.
And these are like pure NRS players for the most part. Or not pure, but like they actually play the game, not just I want my free t-shirt.
Exactly. So you guys can see on the screen Friendly Alliance logo. I am going to get rid of that for now, and I'm going to be playing the footage from the tournament. So let me just get rid of that. You guys don't need to hear this, obviously.
I don't know.
Anyways.
What's going on, beautiful? Anyway.
Go to the results for now, right? So, did you go first? Do you go from 7th? Can't remember.
Go from 7th.
Alright. So in 7th place, we had Mr. Vladimir Stankovsky. He's not with us today.
No. I should have mentioned that he didn't make it here this week. But anyway, go on.
Everyone forgets about Vlad. But yeah, we had Vlad. This is the first time he hasn't placed top 3.
First time.
Oof. Yeah. Actually, took him out. He lost to Justin, and he lost to Carl, I think. Yeah.
And I think it was the first time I've heard Vlad admit that Justin's a good player.
Alright, oh wow.
He's like, no, he's pretty sick, man. Like, you gotta be careful.
I actually think
I'm gonna have to
I'll just pause.
disagree.
Hey.
Hey, we'll get
Say
to
that
that,
after, we'll say
Castiel.
that
Settle
after.
down, settle down. Sit back in
Alright.
that chair, son.
And in equal seventh place, we have Mr. Justin Free Train or Call Train, but he signed up as Free Train this week. Well, that month actually.
Yep.
Justin's always been solid, right?
Yep.
I didn't see too much of his play, but he just started. He was playing really well on the Friday, and then I don't know, like he got mopped by Blake, so something happened.
Twice.
I think Justin can have a tendency to kill himself as well. And were you playing Katana against him, Castiel?
In pools, not pools, but in the bracket.
In top 8.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Because I feel
And-
like Katana's one of the absolute best, like, kill yourself characters. So if you got a decent Katana and you're playing someone like Justin who goes a bit ham, then I think you're in pretty good shape.
Katana Molina's really bad though.
Actually, true. Yeah. I forgot he was using Molina.
So he's commentating Justin's match in the first 5. Like I see some major holes in Justin's game that he needs to work on.
Yeah, it's hard because he kind of just. I don't know. At least when I play him, I have no idea what he's thinking. It's
No,
like, what the fuck
actually,
is he trying to do? But
You just block.
Yeah, just block and wait for X roll.
Yeah, exactly.
pretty much. Oh, man.
In 5th place, we had Mr. Wasman. We'll talk about him in a second, but we also had Blake himself playing Raw Storm Katana and Kobe Jutsu bullshit. So,
It's alright. It's alright. Apparently, it doesn't exist
yeah,
anymore.
yeah,
So-
but yeah, dude, it's mostly gone now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for your first offline outing, 5th place, that's fucking good. Like, it's
And-
really good, man.
2 fifths in a row for Wasmanator's first and second, so it's a good showing as well.
Dude has played ridiculously this month. I've never seen him play. Like, seriously, like, if you saw him play on Friday, he was getting mocked by, like, everyone.
Can we just take a minute to say how blatantly the shift in control of the match changed after the monitor blacked out?
Alright,
With
yeah.
him versus Nada.
Collision.
There was like seriously, his offense was crazy, and
Yeah,
Nada was clearly kind of not completely aware of how to deal with it.
Yeah.
And then
He got shaken up.
He got shaken up, and then after the monitor blacked out, Nada had a chance to have a breather. And when you have someone who's played in so many tournaments
experience.
and has
Yeah.
experience compared to Tasman, who's been there for 2 weeks, it's always going to end up being in the favor of the more experienced player.
Yeah.
So
But really good performance by Taz. Like, you can't be disappointed with how he played.
no, exactly. He played
And
really well.
same with Blake. He was doing well, but after, like, actually, well, he dropped a few things
Except
against.
that
against
Gugi
Gugi.
match.
Yeah.
That was.
And then mentally guard broken as well. Like, new tournament players have the shortest mental guard, like, gauge.
Yeah.
I was rewatching the VOD and I hear Jacob say, "Okay, Castiel's got wicked execution," and then the game starts, and it was just it was drops. There's drops everywhere.
It happens, and that's why it's good that you're willing to come to these offline events pre-BAM, so you can
Yeah,
kind of get it.
He's hungry, man. He's hungry, man. He wants to win bad.
That can't happen in Melbourne.
Yeah. Get rid of the nose now.
That's right.
In 4th place, we had Mr. Googie, Mr. Poker himself.
I think
he only played Shiryu, right? Or did he pull out War God at all?
No.
I'm pretty sure he played only Shiori that whole tournament.
He played War God in pools.
Against who?
The Quan Chi
Harold, yeah.
I think it was-
Yo, he forced him off Takeda. Wow.
No, I think Gugi picked War God straight up.
Oh, right. Yeah, Quan Chi's kind of bullshit. But yeah, Gugi played solid. He finally actually he didn't play Arnold this time, but we'll talk about the first event later. But yeah, Gugi's solid as ever. Placed top 8 in both SF5 and MKX.
Watching sets with you and Googie is always really entertaining, I find. So that was a good match to commentate as well. Lots of nice stuff happening.
Dude, I get away with so many jumps. No one at NTS stands the Sub-Zero jump one. Like, whether we down 2 or not.
You
Yeah.
can't try.
Down 2 or armor, man. Just like treat Sub-Zero as like always jump kick. Always jump kicking. You gotta hold it or fucking armor. It's in 3rd place, we had Mr. Carl Sagat's Tiger himself. Playing Tempest, Buzzsaw Lao, and Mournful Katana.
That's right, and we got the beautiful pep talk from Sagat at the end. That was amazing. He came over to the stream. We gave him a mic.
Alright,
great.
I actually missed
Great.
that.
Actually, it was before he even got knocked out. He was talking as if that was the end of his tournament run, and he had another match to play.
I didn't see that. I didn't hear this. I don't think I heard from Sag on commentary was the first to 5.
Oh,
yeah,
you'll if you go back and watch. Oh man, why is Sorry, just one sec. There we go. Yeah, our portraits froze for a second there.
Alright. Yeah, Carl played really well. Like, he's always been leveling up. Every time I see him, he's doing new things. God damn, your
Absolutely.
execution's ridiculous, man. You got some new fucking converts which are like insane. As in, it's like, I don't know what the hell it was, but just a shitload of like instant dive kicks into like converts.
Stand one.
It looks really nice.
I've been practicing those like crazy because I thought that when you got the dive kick there as a tool, you might as well try and make the most of it. So
Yep.
I tried to maximize the damage out of it and then have it into a hat spin setup to try and either break armor or to try and play that mind game factor because it doesn't have a mix-up game. So I always try to have it out there and then to keep you guessing on what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So I always try to see what I can do with it, depending on who I'm.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
I was gonna say one of my favorite moments commentating. I think it was UV Vlad. I think it was like last round, like the round that you won. Oh, the end of the third match that you won. And Aaron, you know how we've spoken about Kung Lao's options after normal hat spin, right?
Yeah,
And
jump
you're
back dive kick.
Yeah, the one option that you need to be scared of is jump back dive kick, and I was like, he's gonna do it, and you did it, and Vlad just wasn't ready for it, and it just blew him up. It's like the most unsafe thing, but it's
Yeah, but
the one
it's
option
a
Kung
poker.
Lao
It's a
has that
poker.
you need to respect after
Yeah.
after hat spin.
Oh,
It
It's
was
so
great.
fast, man. That's why.
It was so good. It was so good. I was so happy.
Actually, speaking of it, Carl, some new things you can add to the game. I'll talk to you about it like later. But like, if you get execution down and spacing down, like instant dive kick is ridiculous. Like instant EX dive kick is like at least plus 12. I'm pretty sure.
If you have to land, you can't
First
land
hit.
all 3
Yeah.
hits. It has to be the first hits, and then it's plus 12, and it gives me like a
Freeze
like a
one.
chain or something.
Yeah.
But it's I wouldn't. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But it's something that I don't really.
I reckon it's better like after after hat spin. So instead of taking the full risk, if you're on a bar and you don't want to spin, instant jump back dive kick. The spacing's on like maybe I don't know, maybe you can't do it from that range, but if you can find a setup where it leaves you at that space, it'll be a ridiculous tool.
Yeah.
Well, basically now since with the update, the EX hat spin is now 40 frame hit advantage
Yeah, goddamn.
up from 17. So
Why?
basically,
Wait, whoa,
Now-
whoa, are you
Yeah,
serious?
Yes, we'll
Mhm.
save this for
Yeah,
after, but it's a big change. He can
Oh,
link jump in punch after EX hat on hit.
Oh, on hit. Oh, I thought you were talking about
No
on block.
block. No, fuck that,
Holy
man.
shit. Holy, yeah. Well, that's I don't know.
Nerf to +7 and then buff to +43.
Give him
Makes
the
sense.
extra. Give him the extra 2%, whatever, or 3%, whatever it is that he gets.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, that's fine. So who
alright,
was second?
Yep, I came second again. Dude, I'm king of second. Goddamn. Oh god. Even in Injustice, it was just me and Nada. Like first was always Nada, second was always me. Fucking hell. I gotta
alright.
conquer that demon.
It's all right, man. Times are changing. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about that at BAM because Nada won't be there. But
Yeah, it's alright. He can't hide forever. He has to come back eventually.
that's all right. That's all right. I'm very curious to see who he decides to pick up for this because I reckon he'll drop Cassie.
No, he's
Yeah.
not. He's still playing here.
He's still gonna
Oh,
play
he
up
might
there.
be now, but
Hey, the shots
Oh,
fired.
you don't think
Don't
he'll
say
say
it,
that?
don't say it.
no,
He's gonna-
but like there's so many other. Oh, although to be fair, he said he wasn't interested in any of the KP2 characters. Hey,
Yeah.
He's dedicated to Cassie. I think he wants to prove everyone wrong because he
Yeah.
said a lot of people told him that he's going to be trashed after
He's
the
not gonna be
X gets
trashed.
nerfed,
Oh,
which
he's-
is total rubbish.
he's not going to be trash. It's just going to
fundamentals are
be a
still
little
there,
bit
but
harder. That's it.
Yeah, just like he can't mash the X flip
Yeah,
on block or
exactly.
hit.
Exactly.
On block
he's
X.
got to make it.
We
He's
still
gotta
have
make
to.
the.
A second. Alright.
What was that second?
Oh no, I was saying that he also uses Melina, so possibly he might be using Cassie and Melina.
Maybe.
That's what I was thinking if he'd put more time into Molina. But we're still gonna have to be worried about when the hell he's going to EX nut punch.
Yeah.
That's still a threat.
But the reward
and-
of X punch is a lot less scary.
And you can now armor the gap after the back one string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could always armor that, couldn't you?
No, it was true jail.
Wait, does back
Back
one two
two.
have a gap?
Back
No,
two, not
oh, sorry, back two. Yeah, the
Back two?
back
Yeah,
two.
back 2 on 2 down 2+4.
That
The
one.
2+4 is the gap now.
No, it doesn't. That only has a gap if you cancel it into something. If you
Oh,
just do the string by itself, it doesn't have a gap.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
really? There you go.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
All right.
Alright,
And-
but yeah, Cassie's different now. Oh, actually, one of the other things I read, like, okay, well, this is off topic, right? But apparently, the nut punch advantage doesn't matter on the height you hit it anymore. It's consistent now.
Apparently,
That's correct.
That's good.
So no free vortex.
Yeah, fucking hell.
that's good.
You have to take your +3. Yeah, the whole line backdash now, Nada. You hear that?
Just wait till he reads it, man.
Yeah, no, he goes. I want you to read it. You know, you have to take a risk to read it at least.
Exactly.
Anyways, okay, so but that's why it's big. Like, it was a Godlock tournament, 30 people, biggest like pure NRS, almost pure NRS tournament we've had for ages. I mean, we're missing a whole bunch of people.
It was what, like 10 players less than OHN or something like that?
OHN had 50, I think, 52.
50? Oh, I thought it had 40.
It was like 4 pools of 13, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, fair enough. Shows how much I remember. All right, so let's take it back a notch and let's learn a bit about our beautiful guests. So let's start with the young one, Castiel. Tell us how did you get into fighting games? What was your first fighting game, and what's gotten you here?
Injustice.
Injustice. So you're
Yeah, you have it in
very
front of you, man. Show the stream, man. Best game, man. Why are we playing MKX? We should just play Injustice, man.
Oh,
I'm just
please,
still like
please
it.
no, please no.
It's just it just looks outdated, but I still love it.
Yeah, it was a fun game, man.
You won't hear anything from me if you guys start playing that game again. Man.
My introduction to fighting games is pretty cringe.
Yeah,
Basically,
everyone's is, man. It's alright.
Basically, at the time, I was super obsessed with Arrow, the TV show.
Yep.
And I saw that Green Arrow had an Arrow skin, so I literally bought the game. And I started, and then that's how I met Justin, Mr. Coltrane.
Yep.
And he kind of taught me. He showed me what someone decent looks like, because I thought I was good and I wasn't. And he kind of kicked my ass for quite a while.
Yeah.
But he helped me get better on that. But I was still like, I didn't know like what frames were or anything like that. I just did combos. Like I did combos, but that was about I didn't know what frame traps were or anything like that.
Yep.
And then I played that until right before Martian Manhunter came out. I kind of dropped it at that point. I just stopped. And then that was kind of it. I didn't do anything fighting game related till MKX came out. And I wasn't even going to get MK, but a few of my friends were getting it just as a fun thing. And so I decided to get it as well. And that was on
PC, wasn't it?
PC. That was on PC. And that's how I started playing MK. And I started playing that every day because I thought it was really fun. And it kind of just built from there. But PC,
yeah,
we all know about the PC port.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Good job.
It was kind of just like all my friends stopped playing after a few days. It was just like a casual thing for them. And then the PC player base just slowly died and just kept dying.
Yep.
So I bought it on PS4 and just went from there.
Cool beans. So who'd you play in Injustice?
Green Arrow.
Yeah. So you never wavered from Green Arrow, or?
I play.
Did you play Ancestral? Please tell me you played Ancestral in this game.
I want to. It's just so bad.
That better have been your first character in the game. I swear to God.
No,
it was Ancestral. You gotta drop the game right now if you didn't play Ancestral.
100%. Ancestral was definitely my first character. I saw a combo video by Chris G because he was the Green Arrow in Injustice, and I was like, this is gonna be the same thing, and these other two variations are just so much better. So
Lojutsu. Oh God.
The patch notes on Saturday, I was hoping for something, anything,
and there was nothing. Happen. What the fuck, man?
I was like, if this actually is the last balance patch, which I believe it is, excluding a few DLC character changes, he has gone from the start of the game's life to the end, garbage the whole way through.
Yeah, they haven't changed him at all, right?
Literally, they made his stun arrow have ducking properties when the low one's fired.
Oh, that's ass. That's still pretty ass.
Yeah, that changes nothing.
I saw I don't know if you guys saw or watched much of the Winter Brawl pools matches, but there was, I don't know the name of the guy, but there was an Ancestral player there, which was sorry,
Cause I think
he was fun to watch. I mean, he was getting away with people not knowing how to deal with Ancestral, but it was still fun to watch. There was also a duelist, Forever Elite, who actually played pretty damn well, but I think he choked at the end of his match against.
Forever Elite's always done pretty well, man. Like even Duelist got a big nerf for the 4-2-1-3 change. Like he's always been solid. It was good in Injustice too. He was doing well with Nightwing towards the end of the game, as the game sort of died.
Yep.
But Ancestral's ass, man. Like fuck, props to any Ancestral player.
Fire arrow is too strong, man. Settle down.
Dude, Yeah, later.
Once I established that Ancestral was not worth playing, I went on to Scorpion,
Good old Scorpion.
and
Yep.
he was Hellfire Scorpion. He was my main for really, really until he got nerfed.
I think I was
And
playing him around the time that you were playing him
yeah,
as well.
yeah, you were because we
Yeah.
had Hellfire mirrors.
Yeah.
But that was kind of my introduction to advanced things in fighting games because
Yep.
it took me 3 days to learn how to fireball cancel
Yeah. Yeah.
because I had never done anything like that before.
Yep.
And that's kind of how and then that also showed me like frame traps because it did frame traps.
Yep.
And so that's kind of I went from there.
Yeah, I kind of zoned out halfway because my mom came in and yelled at me.
All
Wait, what was that, Bujutsu or was that your katana? What are we talking
No,
about?
that was
We were talking about
that
Hellfire.
was-
Alright, Hellfire, fuck.
And once he got nerfed, I went to Cassie.
No, you went
Okay.
straight to Cabjoy and told me that he was rubbish and unplayable and you needed a new character. Sorry,
Might have been a
I had to
little-
bring it up.
A little bit of a knee-jerk reaction.
It's alright, you've learned a
But
lot
he's
since
back
then.
to he's not day one, but he's
Close
a
to.
lot more similar
Yeah.
Yeah.
to day one. But I started playing Cassie.
Yep.
And I kind of just got bored of her, and I've
Yeah.
been playing Katana since I dropped her.
Yeah. Yeah, Katana's good. Good, honest character. Teaches you, like, zoning. Or it teaches you about controlling the tempo of the game and just understanding, like, actually, just understanding tempo, legit.
Oh, and I don't even want to say I play Tanya because I don't feel like I'm good with her. I just autopilot back one.
Yeah.
So, like, I have a Tanya, but it's not a.
Everyone has a Tanya. Even I have a Tanya. I've never
Yeah,
actually used. I've never played it ever. And even I have a Tanya.
Exactly. You just press back one and brain dead pressure, but it's changed now, so it's all good.
So coming from, so again, we didn't really mention it at the start, but YSB was your first ever time playing offline.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
thinking about where you were at the start of MKX to now, was there any active things you were doing to try to improve, or were you just playing a lot and kind of piecing things together as you went along?
I read a lot of stuff when I'm
Yeah.
trying to learn something. So same for Street Fighter. I've been reading stuff on that like crazy, like ebooks and videos, stuff like that. And I did, yeah. And so I just pretty much did that with MK. I just read a lot. But other than that, it was just getting combos off Test Your Might,
Yeah.
learning them in practice, and then trying to do them in real games. And
Got
when
some-
I learned that, oh sorry.
Just one sec. Aaron, can you say something for me?
Yeah, I'm talking.
Yeah, no, Castiel, your audio's going funky. Just
He sounds fine on mine.
sounds fine on yours.
Yeah.
So, speak again for me, Castiel.
Yo.
Oh, yeah, you're all good now.
Okay. Once I learned that doing combos in a real game was harder than doing them in practice, that kind of forced me to learn how to play footsies to an extent.
Yep.
So how to open people up for the combos, not just walk up and
Yep.
do the string.
Yep.
They just jump in punch all day and try to do your fucking combo.
Well, that worked online. Like
Jump in too,
That's-
man.
that's all I ever knew. Like everyone would be like, "Oh, there's no way this would work offline. Online means nothing," and I was always like, "Nah, it definitely does."
Uh.
But,
Well,
I learned-
now I might, right? Excel's pretty good.
yeah,
Yeah.
Excel's really good. You can anti-air reliably. You can react to reactable strings.
Yeah.
Playing at Aaron's on Friday and then YSB on Saturday, the gameplay compared to offline and the beta feels really, really similar.
Yeah.
Like it's really similar. I didn't have to adjust anything, but it's like the atmosphere that makes offline so much better.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
That's what makes it fun, man.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Like even if the gameplay was exactly the same,
Yeah.
offline's
Yeah.
still just so much better. Like
Yeah.
everyone's watching and hyping you.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
How did you, I kick myself for not recording this match, but how did you take us through the match versus James? That was,
I got a record. I'm gonna upload it.
what, the whole match?
Nah, I got the last three at least.
Oh, that was like one of the matches of the day and it was first round. That was such a
Okay,
good
so
match.
going into that, I was like, yeah, this is free because
Yes, when
I
you listen
knew
to this,
that
you
that
listen
was.
to this. You're gonna run this guy back, alright? This guy's running his mouth though.
absolutely that was sick. No, but going into that, I saw the bracket and I was like, free first round. Because speaking of how different online is, I versed him online back when I used to play on PC, and it was like a stomp. And
Yeah, the thing with James online is James never tries online. Like he'll just do stupid shit on purpose.
right,
But yeah,
well,
anyway, go on.
he was actually one of the people that told me that there's no way this would happen offline. And at that point in time, I was always like, yeah, whatever, like stay salty. But anyway, so going into it, I knew that
Supreme Court.
Tanya annihilates Grandmaster in theory, anyway, and Grandmaster is also it has to adjust stuff for female hitboxes.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, win-win, and the set started and I lost 2 in a row, and I was like,
Fuck.
this isn't as free as I thought, and I just it got to that point where I was like, well, Tanya wins this in theory, but obviously I'm just more comfortable in Katana. So I swapped to Katana, and with the help of Googie's almonds,
Yeah, sensu beans.
the sensu beans,
We're gonna ban that shit tournament. I'm banning the next tournament.
I managed to. Also, I had Nada and Googie talking to me as well about what stuff I was doing wrong. So with them two, I managed to win 2 in a row. So I tied it up 2-2. And then going into the last game, I was really, really nervous because I didn't want to make a 2 in a row comeback and then lose. And then I won the first round, and I was like, all right, set point, one more round. And then he won that round, and then we were I think we were on about even meter as well.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right, last game, last round, even meter, like it's anyone's game.
Yeah.
And it went to shit straight off the bat.
Yeah.
Like I was stuck in the corner. I had no meter. I had just broke, so I had no stamina. He was on full health, and I was on about 30%. And I was like, oh, fuck, what do I do?
And then you called your assistant Jamal, who made fucking James start laughing.
Oh my god, yeah. Don't get James hype mid-match, man. He just
Yeah,
loses
man,
it.
he loses his shit when he gets like,
So I tried to jump out of the corner. I don't know why. It's never a good idea against
then
Grandmaster.
he jump kicks you into the clone. It's like, where are you going, God?
So he pops off mid-game, puts it back in the corner. I'm on like 20% health now.
And he drops the combo after that as well.
As soon as he popped off, I was like, oh fuck, he's done.
When he popped off, I was like, okay, I'm not losing this. This is not happening. I'm not gonna get popped off mid-game and then still lose. And but I had
He gave you 1 bar from that.
I had 1 bar, and that was all I had, and I couldn't jump. I couldn't use the interactable because he just kept neutral jump punching me into the clone, and he was blocking, so I didn't want to just ass straight into him. So I did an Arnold special and just wait. I just waited for a few seconds and doing absolutely nothing, and then he walked up. I did a Hail Mary DP, side swapped, and put him in the corner, and he cracked. I did back one 4, and he got hit by that, so that was like 47% gone straight away. So he's under half health now. And then I think I hit a neutral jump punch, and then did another like 20% ish combo, and then we're on about even health. And he tries to throw me, and I neutral duck.
Yeah.
And then
you try to throw it, but it whiffs as well.
Yeah, so I tried to throw, it whiffed. He tried to throw, and I was ducking, so his whiffed, and then so then I just 1-1-1 straight through it.
Yeah.
And that killed him, and I was like styling on him because he deserved it after that pop off.
Yo.
Oh man, James better though, man. This run back's gonna be sick when you guys eventually play
And
it.
then mid combo, he's just like, shake my fucking hand, and then
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I was like, geez.
Oh.
No, that was really good. So he's so funny. I was laughing. Like I was trying not to laugh during his mid game pop off because it was fucking hilarious.
Oh
He's
man,
good,
James
man.
is fun to play sets with. Man.
He's
He always
good.
talks so much shit. It's fun.
He's good.
It's
Yeah. I felt bad during that match to an extent because I was like trying to give James advice, but at the same time I was like whispering stuff to Blake as well. I was like,
You're like, alright, just take your time, chill.
I was like, I don't want to be biased. I want to help everyone.
His reaction to Googie's nuts was the funniest thing. Just got up and he's like, Googie, fuck your sensu beans. It's like, he's like, I'm 2 up and you come in here out of nowhere with your fucking nuts and you win 3 in a row. What is this?
Yeah, he actually stopped the game. He didn't give you the sensor beads, right? He starts putting them down on the table one by one.
Yeah, just
One by one.
One by one.
I'm like on character select, just stressing out, thinking, and then I just see this Tupperware container come out of nowhere, and then just putting almonds on the table one by one, and then he just walks off. He doesn't even say a word. He just put 5 on the table and walked off.
Oh my god, fucking Googie.
Oh man.
So
I'm banning sensor beads in the next tournament, bro. None of the sensor bead bullshit.
Now everyone, this is why you come to offline events. You get pampered by Googie.
Yeah, no, man. Here's
Yeah,
a
man.
special almond service.
yes,
That was
that was funny. That was a really good set.
That was. So
Yeah.
who else did you have to play in tournament? We won't go through all
That's
the
right, everyone.
matches,
Just the
but
significant
just-
matches in your
just
mind.
give us some names.
Saggat was my second match in winners.
Yeah.
He beat me 3-2. Get that smirk off your face. He sent me to losers where
Was that Mournful or was that
that
Kung Lao?
small full
Yeah.
that variation. Yeah, so then I was in losers. I 3-0'd Nathan, 3-0'd Rami, and then 3-0'd Ghost Police, and then I was in top 8 losers.
Wait,
3-0'd Justin, and then got 3-0'd by Giddy.
did you say Nathan? Who's Nathan?
Nathan Pingo.
Yeah.
Johnny Cage player.
I did not see a Johnny Cage player at all.
I think he lost the first 2, so he didn't play much.
Yeah, okay. So what do you have to say to all those other offline players who have never been to an What do you have to say to all the other online players who have never been to an offline event?
Go to an offline event. No, it's really, really cool. Like, not only is you improve so much. I feel like I improved more in that weekend than I have in before the beta came out, before in the past 6 months, because you learn so much of what works and what doesn't.
Yep.
And so definitely go out. Not only do you improve, everyone there is really, really cool. They're really supportive, informative, and it's just hype. It's so hype. It's better than online in every way.
Yeah. And that's the thing. One of the big hurdles I think some players have is they worry that they're getting in the way of other players or wasting people's time, and that's absolutely.
No way.
We want people to come to events.
I had friends there that were lost in winners and then lost in losers straight away, and they still had a really cool time. Even just playing casuals, you're not forced to just sit there and watch everyone. You can go play casuals or stuff like that. There's heaps of stuff to do there, and especially if you're already in a spot with a local scene. I had to fly down to Sydney from the Gold Coast just for it because the MK scene is non-existent here. So I had to kind of go out of my way to get it, that was still, I still find that worth it. But if you're already in Sydney or Melbourne, I think they're the big two. And you're kind of considering going offline, it's so fun, and I would recommend it completely.
Yeah. All right. Just quick apologies to stream viewers. I don't know if it's my internet now that's being a bit weird, but Aaron, can you say something for me?
Yeah, I'm talking. Yep.
Sagat?
What's my camera frozen?
Oh man. So yeah, your camera's frozen and everyone's kind of like. Anyway, we can understand each other. That's the main thing. All right. So Blake, you can sit back and have a relax. Sagat,
Let me reset my camera.
what is going on, man?
How are ya?
I'm good. Take us through your journey. Where did you start with all this fighting game business?
Well, initially I spent the last 8 years FIFA. I was a
FIFA?
FIFA player.
Nice.
I had nothing to do with fighting games. I was never, I don't know nothing about fighting games.
Yep.
And then, I've always been an MK fan. Remember back in the days playing MK1 at the cinemas, the arcade machines. And, I think I stopped playing MK up till about MK4. And then after that, I stopped playing.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
initially, I did buy MK9, but I didn't play. I probably played it for about a week because I didn't like the online. It was really bad, and I just sort of gave it up. And when the MKX came out last year, that's when I said, you know what, I'll give it a go.
Yep.
And then I started fiddling around with it, and then I just got really involved with it, you know?
Very nice. Very nice.
And so technically you could say this is my first official fighting game where I've competed and put a lot of time and effort into.
Nice. So you kind of only, I guess, recently started coming to offline events as well. I think OHN was your first offline event, right?
That's correct, yeah. That was my very first offline event, and you know, it was quite fun. But you know, I walked in there and I didn't know anything. I just knew how to play in a way. You know, you sort of just know how to play your way, and you know, I had some experience of the game, but not too much experience in. You know, the spacing, the punishing, you know, the frame data, and et cetera, et cetera. So I sort of went in there all ham, and you know, really happy with the result.
Yeah, that's good, man.
That's
So
the point. Like, you're still playing on a big ass TV, and you're only playing online.
that's something we need to talk about more often. And enlightening those who don't come to offline events that your TV matters a whole lot. Yeah.
See, initially, everyone in our PS4 group thought Sag was just a nutcase for coming back, and he was like, "Oh, I was dropping stuff because of the monitor," and we were all like, "What the fuck? No, you weren't. You got wrecked."
Oh, this is after OHN. This is after OHN.
Yeah, and it's like, "Nah, man, there's delay," and we're all like, "Sag, only you would complain about lag."
Yeah, that jump when you're playing on the plasma, right? I think the plasma I got has got about say 100 millisecond of input lag. Now I play on the monitor, 1% input lag. It's chalk and cheese. It's just improved my gameplay so much, you know.
And you can tell, man. You can tell you've come so far in what? How many months is that? Like 6 months? You've come a very, very long way.
Yeah.
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 That's the power of getting a good monitor.
I have a request from Mr. Sam Baxter that we need to read the chat.
I'm not even looking at the chat. Fuck.
Yeah, he's not even saying anything worth reading.
Oh, okay.
He just wants you to see that he said that you haven't improved, Blake. That's all.
Oh.
I don't know what you're expecting.
Well, I actually came out ahead on our games yesterday by one game. So.
Oh, wait. Is Baxter playing the game again? And Blake, are you up?
No, it was just like a fuck around. I doubt he was even trying, but
No, don't give him that. That's what he wants. Win the win, right?
He bought
It's XL, Blake. Online counts now. It's fine.
Online counts, man.
He bought KP2 and he came online and he was like, "All right, I'm gonna see what this netcode is like." And then we get in the game and he's playing Liu Kang and he has a fireball cancel and he's like, "Whoa, this netcode was fucking awesome."
One fireball cancel.
Yeah, he just immediately could tell, and he's like, "This shit is legit like offline. What is this?" and then we played like 11 games, I think. He was playing Goro after Liu Kang.
Oh,
yeah,
of course he was.
Goro boys.
He was trying the walk speed buffs and stuff. So yeah,
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, a quick shout out to Abby for bringing Saggat up, or bring Carl up.
Oh yes, OHN, yes.
Yeah.
Props to, I guess it's cool. Like, no, it was you need to play online to let them know the online players to bring them out. And they're like, and actually having you two like come out offline, they're like, you guys can preach about how good offline is compared to online.
Absolutely.
Offline is the best. You know, there's nothing that can compare to offline. You know, like online is good to get experience, and you know you play you know the odd scrub here and there. You know, you have a bit of rage quit and all that, but you know, in essence, you actually gain experience.
Yeah.
You know, you learn about, you know, fighting other characters, you get matchup experiences, and then you bring that into the offline scene.
Yeah.
But still, like, there's a lot of online things that you can't do offline that just don't work.
Yeah.
So you have to change your whole gameplay. That's one thing I've changed is my whole gameplay with online and offline.
That's like not to say that, well, the new online anyway. Old online was pretty useless, as I figured out, because in Googie's third monthly, I think, I ended up taking 2 games of Nara, which is Megabytes, who won YSB, and then almost the third one. And I was like, at that point, I was like, well, I'm good. And then we versed in the beta, and he beat me 17 times in a row. And I was like, okay, maybe not. And that's a good example of how big the difference is. And he played with me pretty much like every night in the past week leading up to YSB on the beta. We had really long sets, and I think if I didn't do that, I think if the beta was never released, I would have gotten mocked at YSB. Because even versus Nada for like the first 2 days, I was still doing online stuff like jumping, or when you're in the corner, like hitting a poke and then just jumping out, but he was just stand one it every time.
Yep.
And so, like, especially now on the beta, it definitely can be used as practice for offline, but it can't mimic like the atmosphere and everything else that offline offers. So it can't replace it. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. They work in tandem with one another. I don't think either should be exclusive necessarily.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, you just got to keep in mind, if you come out to these offline events, as long as you're a bit open-minded and willing to talk to people and willing to say hey and ask us questions, we're more than happy to help all the time.
Yeah, everyone was super nice.
It's not like it ever happens, but just don't be a dick if you're going to turn up for the first time.
Yeah.
But that's never happened so far in Sydney, so I think it's not likely to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Sure.
So what about so again, Sagat, from OHN to this last YSB is your highest placing, I'm assuming, yes?
That's correct. Yeah.
So-
I've attended only 2 YSBs now. So this one is my highest placing.
Very nice.
Definitely.
So this one and last month. I thought you'd been to more than that, man.
I think the last one, I can't remember if I came top 8. I think I remember I came.
You
you
came like
came-
5th or something.
You lost to Erks.
Yeah, lost to X.
That's correct. I lost to Erks and I came 5th or 6th, I think it was. So yeah, it's getting better and better each time as I progress. You know.
Yeah, except this month. No, that's not happening twice.
Calling it early. We'll see.
So basically, yeah, I'm just gaining more and more experience as I go along, because being the first game and all, there's still there's always room to improve. I never just say like, oh, that's it, I'm good at playing. There's always the part. The major thing I find in the fighting game community is to adapt. That's something I got a lot of experience on in the FIFA side, but in the gaming side, I didn't have much experience, on adapting, and that's something I'm still progressing and still learning about. So that's getting better and better each time as it goes along.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It's a good attitude to have as well. Like, if you come into the fighting game scene without aiming with those goals, like it's pretty hard to improve. And at the same time, like, people might look at things like, oh, my execution is amazing, or I understand my character really well, but you're always going to have to outread someone, and that's
correct.
That's like the most important skill to develop in this game.
Yeah, like
yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say, like, after so long with a character, it doesn't even take that long. Like, your execution kind of reaches a point where it's not gonna get better. Like, you get to a point where you just don't drop your BMBs, and then anything past that is all like mental stuff.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's what I find. That's the same thing I find when using Lao. Like, you just got like, sometimes you do combos that you don't even practice. It's just an instant conversion, and
it's partly Kung Lao, man.
yeah, like
a little bit.
I've become really good at that. And then another thing I've noticed too as well about myself is, sometimes even though you're gaming and you're playing these games, you learn a lot about yourself. Like, you notice that just before you're about to play someone, sometimes you know that if you're in their head or not, before you even start. So I noticed that.
Yeah.
And like it's not something that I learned. It's just something that just came to me naturally. And I've learned, like, you can tell by the players' spacing and movement what they're about, and if they're afraid to come forward, if they're playing risky. Like, these are the sort of things that sort of come to my head a lot lately. The last 2 months, these are just things that I've just been picking up automatically. even as much as I read about it, experience counts all the way, and it just happens naturally now. And I've been getting better at that, where you just play someone, this person's scared of you, this person's not, this person's playing mind games, and you sort of try to work your way around it. And I actually like that. I like the challenge. I thrive on that.
That's good, man. Like that's what makes fighting games so, I guess, appealing to us. But again, it's something that's hard for new people to learn and get into. But one of the other things that oh shit, my mic's gone a bit funky. One of the other things you kind of like touched on it in a way, but one thing that I noticed that happens with players who have a bit less experience is they have a hard time, or I don't know if certain players get nervous or something when they see they're so close to the win and they start to.
They panic, man.
Castiel's hanging his head because casuals before YSV, this happened about 3 times. It's like you get so close to that win, but you kind of just.
You just mash armor and down pokes when you're negative, and you're like, something kill him.
Exactly.
Press buttons, who cares? Don't worry
Exactly.
about frames anymore.
Because I think we had about there was at least 3 matches where Castiel it was easily Castiel's match, and I was just like, all right, I'll just do this, this, and this. And
Reptile's retarded.
Yeah.
Throwing it up. Nerfed.
Oh man. But
I think what happens.
Speaking of, you guys say.
Oh yeah, sorry. I think what happens is when you get to these clutch moments, sometimes the nerves can get the better of you. So you can for me, I either have 2 options. I can let the nerves get the better of me, or I can use experience and patience. Before I would just mash out spins and dashes and everything, but now I try to implement, experience and patience. Sorry?
Mash out spins, you still do that?
Yeah.
Counter with spins, man. It's not mash, it's counter poking.
If I don't see say example, like a lot of characters have ways to deal just with the normal spin wake up, because as Lao can wake up spin normally, but if I see that the other person's not using it, I'm going to abuse it. Until they use it, then I'll stop.
Yeah.
So
that's not what's broke.
Yeah. And that's another good point that I think a lot of people overlook. They think, and I'm kind of victim of this to some extent as well. It's like you already in yourself know the best options and how to deal with options against your character.
Yeah.
But it's dangerous to fall into the trap of assuming that the person you're playing also knows.
Yeah.
Because you can, at some point, obviously you need to like feel it out over the course of the match, and you can't guarantee one way or the other. But you should at least try these things, see like your wake up spin, if you can get away with it. And if you can get away with it, and someone has a hard time dealing with it, then why not?
Yeah, do it, man.
Speaking of,
actually, dude, the best example is like fucking me versus Baxter at SXC.
Yeah.
It's like his hat trick, right? He will do 1-1-2-1-4 drop hat, right? I'm like, okay, I know this is negative. It's safe, but it's negative. So I'm just gonna poke, and catch him for pressing buttons, right? And I kept eating a poke after. I'm like, what the fuck? I swear to God, this is negative. My poke should be beating him out. And every time I test, I'm like, I kept getting beat out. So I'm like, okay, maybe actually it's positive. But like Baxter assumed I didn't know, and I did know, but didn't know. If that makes sense, I knew it was negative, but I hadn't like trained the timing at all. So because of that, like Baxter, I'm pretty sure he knew it was negative for sure, but he was testing what I know, and I never proved to him that I actually knew it, so he just kept going with it.
Exactly, and there was one point I was watching. I distinctly remember watching the stream. It was like one of the few matches that I actually saw of that tournament. And I could see you filling it out, and I was like, he's gonna fucking armor, and you armored, and he just punished you for it. I was like, why the fuck did you armor?
Testing options.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of failing in clutch moments, in my top 8 match against Googie,
never mind, go on.
There was a point where I had him in the corner, and I did a throw, and then a hit, and then he was within 12% health, so another throw would have killed him, and then I accidentally EX'd the throw.
All right.
So
yep, I remember that.
I lost the meter. The throw it reset, and because I was shocked by it, I didn't even do anything off it, and then I ended up losing the round and then the game because I pressed block too early. So that was heartbreaking.
Another example was you versus Coltrane. I was as I was commentating that, I was like, you were on like 0.5% health or something, and I'm like, all he's got to do is reversal roll, just like wait for an opportunity,
Yeah.
That was
and reversal roll, but
hilarious.
he just went
Is-
crazy.
Like he thought the chip from EX Ball would kill me.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I'll put him in the corner.
The kicks at the start of EX Ball whiffed, and only the ball hit me.
yeah,
And then it put him in the corner.
yeah.
So I punished that for like 46% or something. And then the health, because he was almost full, I think, and my health was flashing. Like anything in the game, anything would have killed me. And so his health advantage was lowered by about half. And then I was like I have no mix up, so I can't go for a 50-50 into another combo and just like Hail Mary it. So, and I was like, if I do a block string, he's gonna get at least something on me. And so I crossed him over and then threw once. And then I was like, this is literally my only option, so I'm gonna do it again. Then I did it again. So I did 2 throws, the 46%, and then at that point I knew it was dumb because there's nothing he could have done to. I did the delayed neutral jump kick, and I was like, yeah, he's like, there was nothing he could have done against that at that point.
Yeah.
That caused it to be 3-0, so I was happy with that.
That was like the most disappointed I've ever seen Justin look.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even just watching it, like it was so far fetched that it was gonna happen. Like rewatching it, you're like, no, there's no way this is gonna work. Surely no. Yusuf's like reversal mash, do something. And then as soon as it's done, and then I say my comment, his head is just like, and he just looks up at the ceiling and he just knows.
That was like a Vlad look that he did.
The blood look.
Exactly what it was.
I did see Vlad curling over the table a few times in your match, Sagat.
Looks like he's ready to go to bed.
Oh man, that was good. So who? Oh man, I've completely forgotten. Did you play Googie? Did Googie knock you out, Sagat, or was that Aaron?
No, I played Aaron in winners. Aaron knocked me out as usual. That's standard. And then I ended up playing Googie as well in the losers.
Yep.
I ended up knocking him out.
Yep.
Who else did I play?
That was hype as fuck.
Yeah, that was a really good
sick match. Yeah.
Yeah, because generally I don't like Takeda. You know, I don't like his block string, and so I thought the only way to get around this is the stagger. And you know, I was getting away with a lot of stagger. I was really quite surprised about that. You know.
Yep.
You know, I was sticking with option 1, and it just paid off and worked the whole way. And then he changed to Bone Shaper, and I've got a lot. I'm pretty comfortable playing Bone Shaper with Tempest. You know, so that worked out well as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably one of my hardest matches, to be honest.
And then who knocked you out the second time?
Who knocked me out the second time? Definitely Aaron again.
Aaron again, yeah.
Actually, I put you losers as well, didn't I? Fuck.
Yeah.
It's I played him in winners, and then I played him in losers, and then he knocked me out twice. Well, I took a game off him, which I think is okay, but yeah, like I said, you know, there's areas where I should improve.
Yeah, nice. So along with that, so what I was trying to get at, I don't think I ended up actually getting to the question, but so between OHN and now, is there any, do you do any active things to train, or do you just play a lot and reflect on what you've done?
The car dropped out of the calls this, man.
Oi.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did. Let me just get him back in here.
Is it my net that's fucking up or not?
No, your mic's fucked, but
My mic, really?
no, just sorry, not your mic, your
My camera.
Okay, I'm back. What
He's
happened?
back. He's back. I don't know, you dropped out, man, but it's all good. You're back.
Okay.
What
I
I was saying was, is there anything active you do in your training for MK, or do you just play and reflect on what you've done, or like what do you do?
what I do is I always spend a lot of time in the training room, doing the same basic things over and over again. And then what I actually do is I always try to create situations like, you know, I go to the record feature and I'll record a character that I'm struggling against and repeat something over and over again until I find ways to deal with it. So I always tend to focus on my weakness.
Yep.
So if I know my strengths is conversions or things like that, or readings or whatever it is, you know, I do work on those, but not as much as my weakness. So I'll find my weakness is, let's say example, you know, just getting putting frame traps. You know, I'll always try to read, or when I can backdash, when I can't. So I focus on these things a lot more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's where my primary focus in. But if I'm, pressuring, if I put someone in the corner and they got no meter, I'm pretty good at that. But if I, being put in frame traps, that's where I find that at times I'll struggle a lot.
Yeah. So do you have any specific examples for us, like any characters you've taken to the lab recently to learn a situation?
Okay. Recently, I find that Dragon's Fire and Tempest. I take Dragon's Fire to the lab a lot because his block string just pisses me off and really annoying. Because like I can use Buzzsaw against it, but you throw the low hat, then you get a flying kick coming. So I always try to stick with Tempest because the damage, and Buzzsaw takes a bit harder work. But I take a lot Dragon's Fire, Devourer, characters like that who have a lot of cancels and a lot of frame traps.
Yeah.
So these are the sort of characters I've practiced a lot with lately. Especially when I played Was at the at YSB. That's why I was able to deal with her because I was very prepared to play a Devourer. Whereas in the past I would struggle really, really bad against Devourer, but I kind of know what she's gonna do in a way. So I practice a lot with cancel characters, I find.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Like that's those heavy block advantage situations, the kind of situations where it's easier to take it to training mode and know exactly what your options are rather than freak out mid-match and
Exactly.
do something stupid and just get punished for it.
Exactly. Like, example, if there's one character I've taken a lot, to the lab, definitely it will be Katana.
Yep.
I've got a lot of experience with her, and yeah, she's very difficult, very difficult to deal with, but you got to try and practice and see what you can punish with her and what you can't. Technically, she's quite safe, but you just got to know where she's vulnerable, and I try to work on that because I think with every character that you play against, I always try to find where they're vulnerable at,
Yep.
and rather than just try EXing through gaps. Sometimes I'm guilty of, yeah, sometimes I'm guilty of that, trying to EX through gaps and they bait things out. But I think for me, I find where their weak point is and where they're most vulnerable, And as Tempest, he's pretty good at that, exploiting vulnerability, and I just try to play on that.
Yeah, nice.
That's what I find works for me a lot. But also, like, training with Aaron a lot as well, I noticed about whiff punishing. So I do whiff punish a lot more now with Lao because, I utilize his back three a bit more now.
Yep.
And his fall two a bit more, whereas rather than just going in and just pressuring. So I try to implement a more balanced gameplay now.
Yeah.
If I feel that I can smother the person with constant pressure, then I'll go for it. If I feel that I need to be a bit more defensive, then I try to implement a more defensive game more now. Whereas before I was too highly offensive, but not enough defense. And I believe to be a good player, you got to have a balance. You got to have, you got to be balanced. You can't be always offensive. You can't be too much defensive. You got to know when to go forward and when to go back and when to be neutral. So I try to implement that now at the moment. That's what I think will fit me perfectly.
Nice. So just kind of reminded me along with that conversation. So you obviously mainly focus on Tempest there, right?
That's correct, yes.
So what out of Tempest and Buzzsaw, do you enjoy Tempest more, or is Tempest more effective, or do you just think specific matchups are better for Buzzsaw? Like, is there any personal preference between the two variations, or is it purely?
He actually enjoys Buzzsaw, I'm pretty sure.
Personally, to be honest, I prefer Buzzsaw.
Yep.
But the reason why, like when I play Buzzsaw, I find that I play a good zoning game, I play a very good neutral game with Buzzsaw than I do with Tempest. Because when you got the option there to zone, when you got the option there to go in and press, you got teleport, you can use a low hat and it's safe. So he's got safe pressure in a way, with the back 3-2-1 low hat.
Yep.
But I find Buzzsaw, I feel like when I play Buzzsaw, I'm more like me.
Yep.
When I play Tempest, I love Tempest and everything, but his pressure can be limited. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So as soon as that you pull out the normal hat, which you're taking a risk, and there's a gap, by the way, but you're like, okay, now I got to either sit there and try and down 4. I got to try jump back and wait till the hat comes back again. With Buzzsaw, I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're zoning out someone and you throw the hat and they jump, then it takes, say, 3 or 4 seconds for the hat to come back. I can handle it because I'm full screen. You know, I've spaced you out. But with Tempest, it's a bit different.
Yeah.
But, you know, I do use Buzzsaw. I still use Buzzsaw, you know, and Tempest on an equal basis. But I just think that there's some matchups that I have to pull it out. But I did try that at YSP. I did pull out Buzzsaw a few times, but it didn't work in my favor because the pressure I was getting. And so I knew that I had to pull out Tempest to at least stop that pressure from coming in, you know, to keep him second guessing whether I'm going to spin or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
well, in the background stream, we did just see your the first round of your Buzzsaw, and there were definitely two blocked EX spins.
Yep.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, so especially with Buzzsaw, like the damage to get damage it's a lot of hard work. My best matchup to use Buzzsaw would definitely be against Jackie. I'm very comfortable using Buzzsaw against Jackie.
Yeah.
So she's probably the only one that I'm most comfortable to pull out Buzzsaw on. Like I don't mind pulling Buzzsaw out on Grandmaster and all that. And a few other characters, but Jackie's probably the top of the list where I'm most comfortable to pull out Buzzsaw. But yeah, I just wish it had a bit more damage or something like that. But yeah, it's just a bit more meter reliant, and you know, you really have to try and force the issue to try and get a big combo.
Yep.
Put your video back on.
Sorry?
Put your video back on.
Oh yeah, okay. I didn't even know it was off, to be honest. Yeah, so definitely, you know, 10% Buzzsaw, and then the odd hat trick here and there I might pull out.
Yep.
So, but definitely I'm staying as Lao. I'm very happy with him. He fits my playstyle anyway. So, I've tried many other characters. I got stuck into Reptile a bit, got stuck into Shinnok, but you know, just wasn't feeling it. So, very, very happy with Lao.
So
you can't go from S tier to anything below it because you've gotten 2 years to it. You know,
Yeah, according to Carl, Tempest is fucking low tier, man. What are you talking about, man? This is low tier hero since the beginning, man. Come on.
I just want to quote Carl here. He thinks Tempest Lao is 7th on the tier list. When asked about 6 characters that are better, we heard Shotgun Jackie.
What?
we heard Reptile.
What? All right, I was about to say, all right, I think you can put up an argument for 7th, but now you can't. Not with those 2 characters above him.
It's rubbish, is what it is.
I like. You guys know me. I like to troll a lot. It's in my nature.
Oh man.
But yeah, look, you know, I'm very happy with the character. He's taken me far, and we just got to try find more broken stuff with him or some tech that's dirty, and hopefully I've got a few option selects with him actually, but I don't really use them. You know, they're not something that I would use in a tournament situation. Like I use them online, but not really in a tournament thing.
Elaborate
you
a
know,
bit, because I don't know about specific Kung Lao tech, so it would be useful to know.
Well, my famous tech is down 3 into hat spin and then comboing off with a 4/4. You know, technically it's not a block string, but you know that people think I'm down 4 and try to poke back. But when they poke back, the hat spin comes out and then I get a free combo, you could say.
Yeah.
But I try to change it in many other ways. But yeah, I just always try to find something that I can do.
Very nice. So your opinion's not changing at all with XL? There's no characters in the DLC pack that you think could take your interest away, or?
Oh no, there's no character that can take my interest away. The closest thing that I've seen that I don't know why, but Cyrex is not really my playstyle, but since I've been using him, I just like him. You know, I really like him. He does feel a bit clunky for me, but you know, with pressure wise, but I like him. I'm just enjoying using him. But you know, once a Tempest main, always a main. So there's no way I'll be.
You were on the Leatherface train the other day. What happened to that?
Yeah, no, I'm still trying him out. Like I'm just testing things at the moment, you know, because this Pack 2's been out for 2 days, and I'm still trying things out. But technically, you know, the 3 that I mainly use and I'm very comfortable with is Tempest, Buzzsaw, and Mournful Katana. I'm very comfortable with them, and I haven't seen anything yet in the Combat Pack 2 characters that make me, leave those other characters.
Yeah.
I may have jumped ships here with
Oh.
the Combat Pack 2 characters.
I was
Try
about to ask you,
more.
Blake. So what do you think? What's happening with your character choices with
I've
KBZ?
been deep into Triborg.
Yeah.
That character is awesome. I started with Smoke on day 1.
Yep.
I learned all that stuff. So I learned of all of his combos, he can either end them in damage or do a jump over, standing 3, and then smoke fade through, and you're plus 29.
Yep.
So you can vortex them. And so, yeah, I just did that. So I learned optimal for damage and optimal for resets. And his vortex is safe. The low option is safe meterless on block. And
Low damage though. Low damage.
yeah, it is, but there's no risk to going for it unless they on block it's safe, but any string into smoke bomb has a gap.
Yeah.
And back 1, which is his overhead into smoke bomb, only combos when you hit it meaty or in the corner. So it won't work off standing reset. So you have to spend meter for that.
All right.
So isn't the back one overhead like 30 frames?
No. It's like 710.
Oh, it's a different. That's a different overhead, is it?
You think about subs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I started on some smokes, really sick, and then I learned Sector today. So learned optimal combos and stuff for starters.
Yep.
And he's really sick as well. He's like Iron Man or something. He's so cool.
Inbuilt backdash to a string. It's fucking sick.
Yeah, that's so good. There is a gap in it. So, but if they don't armor through, if they have no meter, or they just don't armor through it, you can backdash, and on confirm you can teleport for a full combo, or you can just backdash and start your zoning stuff. Speaking of zoning stuff, his rockets have so much hit stun. You can so the rockets like the tremor up rocks.
Yep.
You can trade. So I was versing Hamish today in Inconvenience. He was playing Leatherface, and I threw the missiles, and he threw the chainsaw, and we traded. And I woke up with a teleport, and then it comboed off the missiles.
Yeah.
And you can convert it into almost 30% every single time either they try to trade, because you can always wake up with a teleport, and you have over 2 seconds, I'd say, or probably about 2 seconds after the missiles hit to input a teleport.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's
nuts.
so dumb.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's ridiculous.
I feel like that's going to be changed. If they make that change to Tremors Up Rock, there's no reason why Sector should get the same thing, and he gets way more of it.
What's Tremors in
Up
terms
Rock
of raw damage? Isn't Up Rocket 5% or something, something small?
It's 8, I think.
I swear it's not even that. I thought it was 5 or 6, but
No,
anyway.
it's pretty high for him.
Anyway, my thought is maybe they're we'll try something new. We won't make it the same. We'll make it less damage, but bigger hit stun. But
the difference is Sectors is a mid and Tremors is an overhead.
True. Yeah. I didn't consider that.
Well, otherwise they're about the same. I think Sector up missiles have slightly more startup, or maybe I'm not sure. Well, probably not anymore now. But I don't know. Tremor got fucked anyways, right? We'll talk about that after.
So tomorrow I'm going to. Oh no, actually probably tonight after we finish this, I'm going to look into Cyber Sub more, because his combos look sick. They whiff dive kicks in the middle of them.
Do you know how hard it is to do?
I'll let you know. It just looks swaggy as fuck. And he has some Summoner Quan bullshit.
Yeah.
I feel like that dive kick should be a mid. Because
I don't think so, man. I think it's fine to keep as an overhead, but mid. I mean, the low bombs need to be mid.
Oh, well, either or. Just change one of them.
Yeah.
Because, Jacob, Cyrax's ground bombs?
Jacob?
I don't know.
Pardon me? Sorry, I was reading the chat. Sorry.
Have you seen Cyrax's ground bombs?
I've seen them, yeah.
Well, Cyber Sub is the exact same thing, but they freeze.
They freeze, yeah.
So he throws them out and then dive kicks at the same time. So the ball hits low, the dive kick hits overhead.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's super easy to do. It's just easy.
It links as a combo. Dive kick links into bomb as a combo.
Yeah, it links. And so that's really dumb. He's probably the only. And the other thing with Triborg is he's universally shit defensive,
Yeah.
outside of
Smoke.
like Smoke has 0 armor.
But-
Cyrax has armor only on his teleport, so
That's
only
true.
on wake up,
Yeah.
and even then it's still pretty garbage.
Sector has
Um,
like fire all around me.
Yeah, Sector has a flame burner wake up that's pretty good.
Is that still?
Like it's
It's
Is
not
it-
plus anymore.
No,
It's not
minus
plus anymore. Okay.
minus 11.
yeah.
But then Cyber Slub has obviously got the slide, which is
Yeah.
no doubt the best one out of the 4.
Yeah. But like it's still a subpar armor. Like, you know, it's like, you know, Sonya has workable armor with fucking leg grab, but you wouldn't say it's good armor.
yeah, I get you.
Like it's average armor to blow armor. It's
How
like it works,
is
but it's low damage and punishable as fuck.
What is it, like 9 frames?
Yeah, it's just a standard sub slide.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's a knee-jerk reaction because I haven't played.
Okay, dude, okay. Well,
It was.
to talk about cyber sub now or later.
No, let's do it now.
All right, okay. So,
I was going to move on. Like we're doing characters. I was going to move
Right.
on to impressions of XL anyway. So.
alright, okay, but yeah, okay. So let's look at cyber sub, right? You know, everyone's going nuts over fucking cyber sub, right? Like if you jump on TOM, everyone's like, oh my god, it's
Because
fucking...
Rio made a video.
Yeah.
Everyone is calling OP bullshit nerf
Yeah,
now.
so,
It's
like
just-
you know, I respect Rio, but I see some major issues with their character, man. Okay, so first off, right, the character legit has fucking no mids, right? His only mid is forward 4, right? But unless you're Smoke, you only have forward 4-2 as a follow up, right? Forward 4-2 is +2, which sounds really good. And then it has a gap in it, so I thought, okay, whatever, it's an armor gap, so it's a standard mix up, right? You know, you commit to armor, you bait and punish or something instead. But forward 4-2 is it's mid high, so anytime you commit to forward 4, mash down 1. Mash down 1. If he doesn't do forward 4-2, he's neg 14, so down 1 punishes you, or down 1 punishes, and then you get your frames. If you do forward 4-2, you float him out of the 2, then you get a full combo.
Nice.
So anytime he commits to his mid to frame trap you, if you guess wrong and like you know they blocked, you die. It's another matchup. He's got like Footsie 2 and forward 1. You know, if you Jacob,
Yeah.
if you tuned into my stream the other
Yeah,
day,
forward one looks sick.
yeah, it's like sub back on steroids.
Yep.
Actually, no, it's like no, it's like Tremor's forward 1, but it's got one frame slower but has more range. It's probably his best string, and outside of that, he has no mids. Legit, he has no mids. His downfall is one of the worst in the game. It's got like fucking shit all
Wait,
range.
does he have literally 0 mids?
His only mid is forward 4.
So there isn't like ones that are just so bad they're useless. He literally has none.
Alright, probably has like 30 frame mids or something, but it's nothing worth using.
Yeah.
He's got a shitload of highs. Like his mid is a 17 frame overhead.
You know what that's telling you then, man? If he has no mids,
Um,
drop bombs and die kick more.
yeah, that's the thing. Like that's actually like that like that's what I'm getting to, right?
Yeah.
The whole character is held together by bombs. Like the bombs make his 50-50 safe. Otherwise, he's got back 3 downfall, which is the safe low option, right? But it's low damage. If he wants damage, he needs to have bombs out. The back 1 is unhit confirmable, or if you commit to the second part, which you can meet a bit for a combo, that's also unsafe at like neg 14. And so again, the thing that keeps it all together is the bombs. The dive kicks are mad unsafe unless you space it like perfectly below the knee. So so what's good? He has no mids until he gets a bomb out, because the bomb will cover the gap in forward 4. The bombs make dive kick safe, or it makes his 50-50 safe, and otherwise, yeah, like the bombs hold everything together. But once you're playing neutral with him, like I met a person on TOM today talking about it, right? But basically, if you let him get bombs out, yeah, he'll fuck you up, right? If you let him freely bomb, he will destroy you because he's just safe approach. He suddenly has a really good mid. Like he has all the tools when he gets bombs out. So it's you need to keep pressure on, like you need to keep pressure on him, like whether it be zoning or running in to stop him from getting bombs out. Because once he gets a bomb out, you just have to respect it. It's like
What-
Joker teeth.
What's
Yeah,
what are his down 1 and down 3?
Down 1 7, down 3 is 8. So he's got good pokes. But
Yeah.
again, like you know, he's like Tremor. He's still align a poke as a mid. You know, like the fact that you have to align a poke as a mid is an issue.
Yeah.
It speaks like speaks bounds about how good your mids are.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Rio posted a video on Test Mite 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was watching it just then.
It's titled Optimized Meterless Knockdown Vortex with 5-way mix-ups plus 42% meterless combos.
Yeah, he's got ridiculous mix-ups once he gets the bomb out.
Ah, nice.
But when he doesn't have that bomb, man, I don't see how he's opening you up. He's got a 50-50 per se, but both mad unsafe. He needs to get that bomb out, but every time he opens his chest, you can punish him, man.
See, I was I was talking to Aaron about this because I hadn't watched any footage at that point, but I was thinking maybe at the end of his combos don't give him enough hit advantage to get bomb out. But I was watching Madsen's stream, and that's definitely not the case.
Definitely not
He was
case.
like, yeah, he was popping bomb and then doing, is it forward 3 or back 3? Back 3 probably,
Back
back
three.
3 4. Where
Yeah.
it's like, it kind of looked like,
Unblockable.
Yeah, well, you get the unblockable, but on top of
Yeah.
that, if they stand a get up, they eat the low and then freeze bomb, or if
Yeah.
they delay get up, it looks like that's the right time for the rest of the string to hit. So it's kind of
But like the rest of the string hits and you're still negative anyways. It's just like
yeah.
I don't know, his mix-ups are good, but I reckon the straight 50. I think I spoke to you about this before. Like the straight 50-50 is a lot scarier than the unblockable. Like bomb should hit mid first of all. Bomb should not hit low. There's no fucking way they should hit low. It's stupid to have the unblockable on top of your other options. But again, like it's all based on the bomb. Like he has to do random bombs in the neutral to make his stuff safe. But the minute you're doing that, if you read that like you're on a bomb, run in forward one, or run in anything, you full combo punish him. And because you're doing an advancing string, generally you push him off the bomb, and you get your punish, knock him down, and he has to line a 9-frame like low reward armored move. His backdash is decent, I guess. He's got really good anti, has good footsie normals.
Yeah, how do you rate their backdash? Because it looks good, but I don't know how it feels.
It's
like Tremors.
decent.
It's like Tremors. Like, it looks really good, but you can catch it during style frames.
Yeah, it's not like Kano tier, but
It's not sub tier.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
It's an average backdash.
Okay.
I think the common opinion from what I've seen anyway, based on Twitter, from the pros I follow, Smoke is considered the worst one, but it's not to say he's bad.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think no armor really, really hurts him. His fade is invincible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've been fucked for trying to use it on wake up a lot. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but it's not just a free wake up. I think it's like a Melina fade where you can. I think the best thing to do is just throw it straight away as soon as you see it, because you can grab them. Otherwise,
I'm really liking Smoke, man. I was labbing him, I was labbing the fuck out of him yesterday with James, and he's the tribal, he's the ninja sidebook with the best mids in the game. He gets a specific string of forward for one, and that's completely safe. He gets some hit confirm.
Yeah, that's really hit confirmable. And a Smoke's back 2-1. I don't know if it's day 2 or whatever, and people just don't. I don't know if it has gaps, if it can be ducked, whatever, but at first glance, that string is retarded. So it advances more than Cassie's back one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mid.
It's a mid. It's how many frames?
14.
Is it?
14.
It's 14 frames, so that's not that long. And you can do off it. You can do back 2-1, so he does that massive advancing
Teleport
punch.
line.
And teleport behind you. You can press I was gonna play with Cabjoy. You can press 3 and it does a low slide.
Yeah.
You can press 4 and it does a high kick that is plus.
Yeah.
It can be ducked, but that's the mix up obviously.
Yeah.
Or you can go full YOLO
Yeah.
and do back 2-1 EXTP, and if they're blocking low for the slide, like it's risky as fuck, but you can get a full combo off it if you chuck it out every now and then.
Dude, I'm not even worried about that, man. Like from the shit I found yesterday with. I think Smoke has the best, he's got one of the coolest stagger pressure in the game. Because every time he staggers, he leaves a smoke cloud, and you have to guess because you can't see anything.
2-1?
2-1, back
2-1?
The back 2-1 and forward 2-1. Both of them leave the smoke cloud, right? So yesterday I was playing with James. I was doing shit like, we did back 2-1 EX invisibility. Because you both leave a smoke cloud, you don't know what the fuck is going on, and he just throws you. It's legit. It's actually legit, man. Like, he actually has good stagger pressure with invis. Like, invis is fucking legit for this character.
And you can delay forward 3. It's a normal, but it's like a slide, and you can delay all of his stuff. So forward 3, you can delay. This is universal tribal.
Yeah.
You press forward 3, he slides, and if you can wait like a full second before you press 4, which I don't know, you can catch some people off. Forward 2-1 when he throws the smoke bomb at the ground, you can delay it again, so you can delay into the low or just the kick that's plus. Like, I think he's really good as well. And if people are calling him the worst, then I'm keen on Sub-Zero and Sector, Sub-Zero and Cyrax, because I haven't looked at them too much yet.
Cyrax is probably the one that I've seen the least about at this point.
Yeah. Dude,
he's probably the one I'm going to learn last, because I feel like he's the one that's going to evolve the longer people have with him. Like, obviously they all will, but him more so than the others.
He's a bit complicated to use. When you want to get meterless with him, it does involve a lot. He's very setup heavy, and you have to use, if you want to get, say, 40% meterless, you have to use between 3 to 5 bombs, depending on how you do the character, and execution has to be on point.
Dude, wait till you try cyber sub combos, man. They're fucking hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice
I've actually-
voice.
I tried a bit of cyber sub combos that with that I don't know if it's a 2-1 and then you do the dive kick and an NJP. I tried that a bit. Like I've only probably spent 10 minutes with him. He does look very complicated, but one thing I liked about him was the back two. How you can hold it
And it backlashes.
and you can you can do back two, you can do ice ball, you can do slide. It's I like that. And it's +2 as well. So
Yeah.
definitely that's something I can see you abusing in the future. So
It's good, but dude, it doesn't have invincibility frames. It's not like a sub backdash. It's just like
Yeah.
it's more used preemptively.
right.
I think they did a really, really good job with the KPT characters. I have no interest in playing any of the other three, but they still look really well done.
Yeah.
I thought I was really annoyed when they announced Leatherface, as I think a lot of people were.
I was like, what the
But
fuck?
seeing him in game, I think he's pretty cool. And Alien's retarded. I think Acidic is dumb from what I've seen.
That's just stupid. How you can damage.
So why does that stack?
Oh my god. I don't know what they were thinking. Like when they, like if you see it, you can do the down back 4 and then down back 2. You can stack them up, and it just rips so much chip damage.
Like,
It's
I'm
unbelievable.
keen.
You're king. Oh, yeah.
Like your opponent can hit you more times, and you can still have a life lead because your damage over time is just on them 24/7.
Yeah.
And in what's the variation with the wreckers?
Takaden.
Yeah, he has wreckers in that variation, so you can delay them, you can cancel them, you can cancel them into specials, and he has 50/50 specials, I think. From what
Yeah, he does. The
Yeah.
overhead which is
The
safe.
overhead is safe.
Low tail grab.
Yeah, the overhead's -7, so
Yeah.
you can do any string, cancel into the overhead. That's safe if they don't block it. I don't know. He seems really, and his tail's range.
Yeah, goddamn.
Holy shit!
What's the input for that? That's cancelable, right?
Which one? The tail.
The tail, yeah.
Down back.
Stand 3. Stand 3. Stand 4.
That's stand 3. What?
He doesn't have kicks. He doesn't have
It
kicks.
looks like it hits low.
Hold on, he's got a back 3 as well.
Yeah,
on
but
that.
back 3's a low. Back 3's a low.
Back 3 can cancel into something.
Yeah,
Is back 3 the
back
low
four.
that goes like 2/3 of the screen?
Yeah. All his like 3-4 normals go fucking far.
Oh, he has those kicks, the jumping kicks.
Yeah, it's got a flashes jump too.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that character is really, really strong.
I think
Yeah.
one of the important things as well, just from a spectator standpoint, they all look very enjoyable to watch as well.
Yeah.
No fucking Koba Jutsu.
Did you guys see they're enabled for final round?
Yeah, it's awesome. Can't wait.
Oh, they actually changed their decision, did
Yeah.
they?
So
Yeah.
Oh, thank
I was
fuck.
thinking about this. As a spectator, that's really hype and it's going to be really sick. But if I was a player, I'd be really pissed off. Like, you have people traveling for this, and they could potentially lose to some unknown bullshit with characters that have been out for less than a month.
Yeah. And that's the
And-
thing, like, I see on Twitter, you see Sonic Fox is like the
Oh,
biggest,
see?
out of the pros, he's the biggest advocate for,
I think
yes,
he
we
was
should.
the only one.
But it's, he's already found ridiculous shit with the
100%.
KP2 characters, and he's like, I want to use this.
100%.
I want to
Like,
use this
You
shit.
see DJT,
Yeah.
and DJT was upset, like
Yeah,
rightfully
yeah.
so, I reckon,
Yeah.
because they announced that they were disabled, and then they came out with a poll on
Yeah.
whether final round should be 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5.
Yep.
And Sonic Fox was like, "Can we get a poll for DLC characters on or off?" And they did it, and they went through with the majority vote. So, I think he had a big part in getting them enabled.
Yeah.
And I saw someone tweet, it's like, if DLC characters are actually enabled for final round, you guys might as well just give Sonic your entry fee money right now because you're so right. He's got some dirt.
Yeah, goddamn.
100%.
That's like the point that Sonic made, which I totally agree with, is it's like if you don't enable DLC, you might as well play the old patch, because if we're all playing XL, there's a lot of shit that they all have to adjust to anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like the amount of learning that's already going to have to happen is huge. So why not just add to the amount of learning, I suppose.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm pretty sure I feel like people who are playing the KP2 characters have a way, way bigger advantage because,
Yeah.
learning
Yeah.
a character in how long is it? It's like 3 weeks or something.
Yeah.
That's doable, but
Learn
learning,
to fight a character.
yeah, exactly. Learning to fight, especially when you're not playing them, like that's fucked.
Dude, man, like, also, like, I've been playing Vlad's Jax for fucking forever, right? And, like, I only started blocking all this shit recently, man. Like,
Yeah.
that, like, stuff like that's, like, it comes with experience, man. Like, blocking Alien is gonna be annoying. He's got so many low overheads.
And it just looks like you don't know when it ends.
Yeah, I know, God.
Obviously, he's really new, so we have no experience. But I'm like, when I verse him, I'm honestly just letting go of block when it looks like it's gonna end because you just have no idea.
Dude, I was
so you're
playing
just guessing.
I was playing Solid Snake 69 yesterday, I think, whatever his name is, right?
Yeah.
And I was getting like, I got bopped, but I didn't know what the fuck was happening with this alien, bro. Just like, let go, and the string's still going.
Scar, the Scar tweeted is like, y'all boys got 2 weeks to learn 13 new matchups. Good luck, and may the odds forever be in your favor, Lamau.
Yeah.
When in doubt, just pick Tempest.
Shut up, pal.
That's what I did. That's what I did to one guy. He played that Boro Cho. What is it? Batitsu?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
That
annoying.
is absolutely, you don't make highs and lows for days. So I just zoned him out and just pressured him with, just doing a bit of back and forth and end up winning. But, mate, I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
Because he has that string. It's mid overhead low, and it's so fast. It's
Wait,
just
who?
mid Baracho in the stick one.
Hello.
It's mid overhead low.
All right,
It's-
yeah, back one.
Yeah, back one four. It's
Yeah.
really fast and like you can cancel it into his. Wait, it's cancelable? Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never played it.
Yeah.
Like so and because he has that overhead special,
The tumble roll.
on top of all his bullshit string mix-ups, he's got kind of like a Melina thing where you can just chuck that roll in and it adds the overhead when you could be going low.
Yeah, but they're punishable at least. So it's not too bad.
Yeah, risky as, but I don't know.
Like, that seems to be the trend with most of the KP2 characters. They have 50-50s, but the majority of them are punishable. At least one of them's heavily punishable.
Yeah.
Let's get into the questions, please. So, like,
Yeah,
for Baxter, and then we'll get back into this
I
after.
was going to say we've probably got like half an hour-ish, so we can start doing questions and then talk about whatever afterwards anyway. So we've got a couple of questions from the chat. First of all, Baxter would like to know what our predictions for top 3, as in top 3 players, and biggest fraud in the community.
Alright, okay, wait, first of all, before we actually answer the question, Baxter, are you entering MKX at BAM or not?
I don't even know if he's still here. No, he is. He told me yesterday he is. He just
Alright.
said he's not going to take it seriously.
Alright, no, he wins when he wants to win, right?
That's true.
That's right.
My
So-
top 3 prediction would this isn't in order. Nada.
Is Nada
He's not
coming?
going.
Oh, I thought he meant like a tier list of players.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no,
it's
just for
What,
at
you guys
BAM.
talking Bam?
sorry for
Oh,
BAM.
at BAM.
Bam or Bam? Okay.
Arnold,
Ooh, Arnold, yeah. I hope Arnold comes.
be better. Oh, see, if Nada's not coming, I don't even know. Hey, so like
When's-
Aaron, I think because that with punishing makes me want to kill myself.
That way Bunners in front of me, man.
I think Arnold, Aaron, and
You can say yourself, it's fine.
Googie. I think.
What
Like,
I
am
want,
I missing anyone major?
it's hard
not-
to say.
Yeah.
What,
Oh,
what I-
and Baxter, of course, if he actually wants to win. I mean,
Yeah, no, if he wins, he wins for free, man. Come on.
what I wanted to ask is BAM before or after Googie's in the US?
after. Wait, he goes to the US in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So depending on what happens there, I think that'll
Ooh.
give
Yeah,
it
what
a-
if you get some inside experience? This is
Oh,
unfair.
he comes back with some fucking like crazy alien tech.
Probably.
We can't even block the strings, let alone the mix-up.
What's your guys' top 3? Bam. Like, I
So-
feel like I didn't miss anyone, but
Alright, Carl,
So-
what do you
yeah.
think?
What do you think? Saggat?
So this is specifically for Bam, correct?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so we know Nada's not going, and then Baxter, he's not as serious in the game. So we'll put these two aside. My first one is Aaron. Second one is definitely Arnold. And the third one...
Mr.
Oh.
Carl Lahoud himself.
Can I say me if I wanted to?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, go for it, man. Go for it.
Well, it's hard. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
he did beat Googie.
Yeah, man.
Well, exactly, that's the
if
thing.
Like Googie's coming too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then definitely I would put Googie in there, 100%.
But what if he
I
crosses
feel-
paths with you
No,
first?
I would
man?
say,
Yeah, what do
I
you
would
cross
say
his
Aaron, Arnold, and Googie.
in Gugi's defense, Sagat and Gugi did have a
First
first
to
to
five.
10.
Oh, yeah,
It's
first
first
to
to 10.
Yeah.
And it was 10-5, but I talked to Gugi after YSB. 10-5 Gugi's way, by the way.
Yeah.
And I talked to Gugi after YSB when we got back to the hotel, and I was like, what do you think of your performances today? And he said he was happy with Street Fighter, like as he should be. He's been playing, like this is his first Street Fighter, and he top 8 winners and
Yeah.
came like 5th overall.
Yeah.
And the person that set him to winners and the person that knocked him out of losers were the 2 people in the grand final. So
Didi and BK.
BK. And then he said he's a little disappointed with his MKX performance. He thinks that he was too fatigued from Street Fighter trying to juggle 2 games.
Mm.
Like,
Oh,
which
I don't
I
want to
guess-
hear any of these excuses, Googs. You're gonna have to do the same
Like,
shit at
and then
BAM.
that-
So if you can't handle YSB, ooh.
I made that sound bad. He didn't take anything away from Sag. Like, he definitely said he's improved a lot. Like, he was really impressed with how much he's improved. So he wasn't like he said, it's his fault. He wasn't discrediting Sag's win at all.
Nah, man. Carl didn't deserve that win, man. Come on, he frauded him out. Come on.
That match. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when it was coming into the third match, I had to put the control down while he was picking Bone Shaper.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I knew straight away that I said, okay, I could be in a bit of trouble here if I don't, So sometimes you just got to put the controller aside and you just got to think. I'm thinking, what's he going to do ahead of me? Because, Bone Shaper, like, I got a lot of experience playing Bone Shaper. And, I can punish most of his things with dive kick. And I said to myself, okay, I'm trying to predict in my mind what he's going to do. Because if he starts starting his pressure on me and I can't start mine, that's it, I know I'm screwed. But, overall, that was my toughest match. That was my toughest match. And I think that I pulled out of it safely. And...
Was it 3-1 or 3-2? Because I heard collusion and
I think it was you know what? I think it was 3-1, but I don't know if I remember if I started off with Tempest or not.
No, you start off with Mournful.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, started off with 4 and
You
it
ran the back
happened to me a lot at YSP. I would start off with Mournful Buzzsaw, and then I get smothered with pressure that I find hard to deal with, and then I end up.
Don't fix what's not broken. If you're winning with bullshit Tempest, play Tempest.
No, bullshit. Only true Saga tech here,
Only
son.
gaps in Tempest. Nothing but gaps is all Saga
So-
breaches.
When I find that when I pick Tempest, it makes people second guess.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, because my play style. I'll whip out that spin at any random point. But yeah, it makes people second guess, and I like that, So yeah, I try not to use it all the time, but I try to mix it up a bit. But technically, when I went to YSB, I was thinking to go Mournful all the way, but there's no way I would have hit top 3 with that, So I think I just have to stick with who I play with best from now on. So I can't just next time say go to a tournament and think, oh, you know what, let's try Buzzsaw or Mournful. I have to stick with who I'm comfortable with. So that definitely top of the list is Tempest, and
What about
that's my first choice.
Shout outs to me.
Jacob and Aaron? What are your BAM top 3 predictions?
Nada's not there. Is Arnold coming? Arnold should be coming, right?
I assume he is. Just make your top 3 assuming he's there.
Yeah. So me, Arnold. This is a toss-up, man.
What happens?
Like,
What happens
Between
with,
Googie and who?
Gugi, Carl, Baxter, Blake as well, apparently.
Well, this is.
No, sorry, it's a throat infection. It's
Yeah, I'm sure it's a throat
I need
infection.
to get it looked at. It's really bad.
The new Goro, even Taz, man. Like Taz is playing out with mine too.
Fair
Well, that's
enough.
what
It's
I
hard,
mean. Like
man.
you gotta
It's-
consider
it-
there's 3 months, or 2 months
Yeah.
until BAM. There's 4 new characters,
Yeah.
which we
That's
don't
true.
know what they're capable of. There's at least probably like 6 or 7 guys in the scene right now who are very quickly improving. So who knows? Like, what if? See,
true.
partly what I'm thinking with at least Arnold is it's Arnold's super good at adapting on the fly, but what if the way that these characters play is too much to be able to pick up on the fly? That could be
Yeah.
hard.
Especially because he doesn't own a PS4.
Yeah, he needs to fucking buy a PS4 already.
I hate how he tops everything and doesn't own the game. Like
Yeah.
you just have to respect it because he's ridiculous at a game he doesn't even own. But you have people playing like every day, like really trying to get better, and then there's fucking Arnold, doesn't even own the console, and he just kicks everyone's ass.
It's just his playstyle, man. He plays by reads. He plays you. He doesn't play the game.
Exactly. Like it's
He
and
does
that's
it so well.
it's something that
Like,
I think I brought it up with Aaron as well. It's like partly why I think Yomi were so good at the start because you'd watch them and they do certain shit with their characters and it's like it doesn't even look like they have optimized half their shit, but they just win based on reads basically.
Yeah.
yeah.
Aside from
Oh.
like
Like I think Fox is the only character that tops people on reads right now.
I
yeah,
think, and speaking of Arnold, like Katana is the perfect character for Arnold. I think, like
He can set the pace as much as he wants.
yeah,
exactly,
she's a character that like makes you kill yourself, and he does that so well. Like
yeah,
he just
absolutely.
makes you hunt him 24/7, and as soon as you fuck up, he's on that. Just and nothing ever works against him more than once.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The thing I noticed with Arnold, like if I play, say, with Lel and I beat him the first round, he already knows straight away what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, and then I find that I change to another play style. You change to that play style, he adapts to that, and then it goes on and on and on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
That's
you
funny
teleport,
games.
you get away with one teleport, but after that you can't get away with any more. You know what I mean? So he's that sort of guy that reminds me of that you do something once, it's okay, but second time, no.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Gotta
and then
adapt.
also, you got to adapt. That's what I mean. And that's something, you know, I'm still learning as we go. And he's the perfect guy to play if you want to learn about adapting because you don't know when he's going to come and throw you. You don't know, like, he'll jump at you, then float, and then fan, or NJP, then he'll float, then he'll do the flying butt thing. Like, you don't know what you know what I mean? It's a brain twister.
The thing about Arnold as well is he's perfect to play if you want to improve,
Yeah.
but don't even bother asking him anything, like any theory stuff, because he doesn't even know himself what he's doing. He just does it, and he's just good at it.
He knows to a very large extent what he's doing. He's just not
I don't think he consciously thinks about things.
Yeah,
He just feels for it.
he's got a very good feeling for all of it. Yeah.
He just like, even he said like 90% of the combos he just does from feeling, you know. He doesn't practice combos. He just does, like, he just goes with the flow sort of thing. And I think that's what makes him more dangerous. Like, is that he just he doesn't think about things. He just has a natural flow to the way he plays. Because when I see him the way he plays, he looks like it's like he zones out and then he really sort of goes with the flow of the game.
Yeah.
And
I was watching him versus Sagat, and he was playing Katana, obviously, and I was like, "Oh, what was the input for that?" And he's like, "I don't know, I just made it up." So it's like, well, I'll ask him about a match, and he'll be like, "I don't know, I just play."
Yeah, like he feels for the.
Yeah, feels for it. Yeah, I agree with you.
So
I think that when he plays as well, like, it's funny when I was telling him about, like, because I don't think he studied much about what's safe or unsafe with other characters.
No, he learns as he plays.
Yeah, I think that's what happens. He learns as he plays, and he said to me, sometimes he can judge by the way the move ends if it's safe or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I played Buzzsaw against him, I went back 3-2-1 low hat, and as you know, it's -6.
Yeah.
But it's still not enough for me to jump out. Or you can jump out, but you still get punished. And he was just down one into fan, you know, as I'm trying to jump out. Like, he knew instantly just by the way the move finished. So yeah. I like his play style. Like, I like all the MK players. Everyone's got different play styles, and yeah. So credit to all, I say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Jacob, you want to do your prediction quick?
Uh,
And then go to biggest fraud after this, so Baxter can go sleep apparently.
Tell my
top
productions.
3 is hard. Like I'm gonna go like a unpredictable pick because it would be nice to see. Like I want to see people like Tasman get up there. If he puts in the effort, he's got the right mindset as well. Blake as well. So let's put you two in the top 3.
oh, that would
And
be
Saggat.
so funny.
And Sagat, let's go with that.
Big Taz and Sagat.
Castiel,
And
Taz.
If this happens, then Jacob's psychic because
It's like it's what I want to see. I want to see everyone catch up to each other. So
right.
we'll see.
Biggest
And-
fraud in MK. Oh, sorry, you go.
No, I was gonna say biggest fraud in MK in the community. So Blake, start us off. I reckon you've got a strong opinion of this.
Justin Ahmed.
There it is.
No, I don't even know what is what does he mean by fraud? I don't,
I don't know, someone who's overrated.
In the Australian community?
Yeah.
Okay, you go, Blake.
I don't know.
I think Baxter
No, I
might.
don't- I
I
don't
think
do
Baxter
beef.
might think this
I don't-
person is in this call right now and could be hosting the podcast.
Maybe he's still salty over that 3-hour weekend.
Hey, you gotta hold that for years.
No, I'm not answering that question. I don't want beef.
Beef,
Someone else
beef,
can
beef
answer it.
is
I'll
what the
answer that,
FCC throws
easy.
off, man.
Here we
That's
go.
easy.
There we go, let's hear it.
What is it? Say, what is it?
The biggest fraud, in the Oz MKX community. So I have to pick one, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
One. Okay. I need. Can I give a reason why?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Nah, we can't give a reason. You gotta call them a fraud and they have to wonder why forever.
That's right.
Okay, I'll call him a fraud and let them wonder why. Oh, jeez. Poor. Fucking James.
Oh!
Oh.
James,
Oh, that's
been called out, bro.
that's a shot. That's a shot. No
Grand-
breaks, though. No,
Grandmaster player is always considered a fraud.
true.
Oh.
No respect for you, grandmasters.
Actually, real talk though, man. Like, James's neutral has improved so much for a grandmaster player doesn't need to play neutral. Holy crap, he's improved.
Well, it has.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's improved a
I
lot.
was getting.
Stuffing up my wake up with that downfall and clone in the corner.
Yeah.
Just not appreciated.
What Jacob and Aaron? What are you? Who are the frauds?
Biggest fraud.
Aaron.
Who's the fraud?
I need time. I have no idea what I'm going to say.
Ah, man, let me think.
Is it Baxter? Is it Googie? Is it Arnold? Who is it?
Let me pull up a playlist. Let me pull up the Sydney MKX rankings.
Arnold's a
We-
fraud
we have-
because
we
he
have
doesn't even try to
rankings?
be good.
Since
Or
when
is it Tamo Productions? Who
Don't even. Speak.
You know who the biggest fraud is? You know what has to be up there? What it has to be Castiel. The way he throws those fans, he's the biggest whore I've ever met. Like fans, and when he loses, he picks Tanya. Who does that? You know, only a fraud will do something like that. But that's just my side opinion anyway.
Shout
So.
out to Sag.
Actually, okay. The biggest fraud for me right now is Vlad, right? Because he's gonna hide behind the fact that he doesn't play the game as an OS. Right? He's gonna be
I
like,
feel where
oh
that was
yeah, I
coming.
still place top 3 in this game without owning the game. Alright, so like, buy the game, buy Carl's PS4, you know, for the cheap price of whatever it is.
300.
Yeah,
He's
$300.
thinking 250. He's dreaming.
Wow,
300.
yeah, man, fuck man, he's always doing you a favor, right? Actually, they're more of a fraud for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna hide behind your OS forever, so fucking buy your PS4, get good at the game again, and then come prove me wrong, right?
Oh, he's calling you
break,
son.
no breaks from Aaron there. Straight fire.
That is just solid.
All right, Jacob, what are you?
Mm.
Jacob, who's the fraud, son?
Actually, one more thing, it's a fraud because he does 1-2 overhead dash punch.
Yeah, true. You would be classified as a fraud for doing that, especially with
Actually, no,
Jacob.
not 1-2, down 1-2. He does down 1-2 overhead dash punch on block or hit. He doesn't care.
Do you need more time, Jacob?
Oh my god, this is hard. Like I'm such a non-conflict person. It's hard for me
Okay,
to.
I'll elaborate on my fraud call.
Yeah. No,
jump
I've got one in mind, but it's not for like a super strict reason. Actually, no, I'm gonna go.
Okay, so
No, yeah, I'm going now, son.
oh,
Oh, hold on.
I-
Before we go, can we give some shout outs?
Oh no, I'm going to say my fraud second. Settle down.
Oh,
Settle down.
okay, what?
I was gonna say my fraud.
Alright, people probably won't expect this, but I'm gonna say the fraud, from my perspective, sitting in Sydney with the scene, is Tana 93
Oh,
because of his. No, because he placed in BAM. Good shit.
Oh, we're not
He's-
Sydney, in Australia, not Sydney.
What?
He's a Melbourne player.
No, I know. What? I
You said Sydney.
you
No,
said
I'm
Sydney.
saying from my perspective in Sydney,
All right, in Sydney.
my luxurious perspective where we have 20-player tournaments. Place in BAM, places constantly in the locals. That's all well and good, but I want to see what he can do outside of there. And I mean, I understand if life's in the way, but I hope he's coming to BAM so he can have his shot at proving himself again. So
Eee.
I don't.
Okay.
This
Can we
isn't
set up
me.
a-
This
can we set up
isn't.
an
This isn't
exhibition
me
of that?
saying.
Pardon, Mr.
This
Jacob?
isn't me saying he's a bad player. This is me saying I want to see more of him and see him.
Call outs?
Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
Do well in a bigger setting.
Fair enough.
Just against SXE, he didn't do bad, man. He took a game off Nada with fucking stunt double Johnny. It was good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna elaborate on my call.
Alright.
So Justin Ahmed, Mr. Coltrane, in Justice he was pretty far ahead. I'll admit that. But anyway, MK comes out. He gets it on Xbox. I get it on PS4. Loads of shit talk on Facebook about who's better. And then I get an Xbox, and then we play online. Online's online. And it was quite a mop, but he called online. So what can I do? Offline comes around. Top 8, 3-0, and then the exhibition. He wins 2 in a row. Congrats. Then 5 straight. Justin, where were you?
He went missing, just like,
He was gone.
Like John Cena.
He was gone.
You can't see me.
Oh my god. Fraud.
That's right. Next YSB, you and Justin, first to 10 again. And
No,
then you
sure. He needs to have a converter, and he said he's going to practice this month, so I'll be happy to rematch that.
Okay, sweet. You go ahead and do that, son.
But my tribal is not ready.
Yeah, neither are you for me.
Oh,
Wow. Fucking Connor doesn't skip a beat.
Yeah.
that mournful is a one-time thing. It doesn't happen twice.
I knocked Vlad twice out. Just remember, Vlad, not once, but twice.
You gotta hold that, Vlad. So Vlad,
Nice.
come on, buy the PS4 from the man who knocked you out. Get into the game and then beat him down. All right, Vlad. Like, listen to this eventually. If you do listen to this.
Vlad's got knocked out twice, and then the online warrior Castiel sent him into losers. So there's another free win. Thank you very much, Castiel.
All right, 3-2 is not a free win. Okay, and you put a Coltrane. All right, you had your hipster mournful variation that no one plays.
which is 2 weeks old, by the way.
2 weeks? It's like 6 months. Don't give me that stuff.
Oh, jeez. This will never end. But
No, wait. All right, do we have the next question?
let me
Jacob?
give some shout outs. First of all,
Hey, just settle down, mate. We're not wrapping up right now.
Shout out
Give me a
to an
minute.
end.
Okay,
Baxter in the chat's calling for a Gilbagz Castiel first to 10 at some point. A Bam, maybe, I guess.
That would be
interesting.
actually Bam. It's
It's a few months away.
Yeah, it's
do
good.
that.
I'll reassess that request a week out of Bam because at the moment that would not be entertaining.
I think there's one more question to go through before we go to exhibitions. Where Carl go, sorry.
No, I was saying to Castiel, don't be scared. Go first to 10 with you, no problem.
Okay, I don't want to have it in my fighting game career that I got 10-0'd at some point. So we're gonna hold out on that for a while, for at least 2 months.
Let's see. What was the other question?
Oh,
I think
I have to tell you, Castiel, that it's because apparently you rate yourself, so it's time to prove yourself. That's why he wants the first to 10.
Fair enough. No, that's a solid call. But I don't rate myself on the same level as Nida, Aaron, Arnold, and that stuff. So that
rates is what the same was back.
Are you trying to say you're better than them? Is that what you're trying to say?
that's literally opposite of what I said. Actually, no, it could be interpreted as that.
That's what you're trying to say.
They're not on my level.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're in Castiel tier, huh?
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
me too.
we'll get there eventually, but not at the moment.
Fair enough.
Do we have another question?
There's a question about fucking Leatherface. Wouldn't go to as quick, like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Leatherface. Have you guys knocked around Leatherface at all?
No.
Yes.
Evidently
All I know
not
is
me.
he's got a 6-frame command guard that punishes punch walk, which is called like.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, it's not a true punish. Settle down.
You only get backdash. Your only option is backdash.
Eh.
Dude, that's fucking horrible. You break. You're fucking.
Read.
Yeah, like it's 6-frame command grab, and it's fucking really good. And that's 20% on Metaburn too.
It's only in Butcher though.
Yeah, I'm playing Butcher. I don't fucking know shit about the character, man. He's.
What's the question?
It was just
No, it was just like thoughts.
tell
on
us about Leatherface, basically.
Seems cool.
Internet impressions. That's all I've got to go off. Is Butcher is his best.
Yeah, it looks
That's
really
just
fun.
that's just from what I've seen online. Because apparently he has solid restands. I think Pretty Lady's zoning is really strong. Like he has stand chainsaw, low chainsaw. He can
Yeah,
throw.
chainsaw.
He can throw it So he can throw a chainsaw in the air, and he can throw one into the air. So he has 4 chainsaw options.
But he has one chainsaw. You know,
Yeah.
how's he get the chainsaw back?
How does Katana get her fans back? You
Yeah,
know,
true.
it's dumb.
Anyways,
I honestly, I have to say, probably people might crucify me for this, but I think Buzzsaw would be more reliable if he had the same option as the face pretty lady. I'll stick that one out there.
Instant air hats.
You know, you can do instant air hats. You can throw it up, down. You know, and they come back. They come back. You know, they recover the same amount rather than them going missing when someone jumps over. Would be helpful. That's
Add it to the list.
Who's actually gaming ham? Who's that?
That's Hamish.
Inconvenience.
Oh, Hamish, right? Hamish,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Alright. What else is there? I think the next question was exhibitions, right? So exhibitions we want to see. Okay, so we're gonna run Justin versus Blake for the run back.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Like if
can
he
we-
wants it to be 2-0,
We should,
sure.
we should
Nah,
do
I need to list
another.
up.
We should do another like state battle or something like that.
Yeah, we should do a state to state. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Where Blake just gets 5 lives.
Oh, because I'm by myself. I have no friends in Queensland. Like, just
Cue fucking what's it called? What's that song was like? Oh, damn. What else? Okay, so we got that. Apparently, fucking Baxter really wants me to play, first to 10. You know, first to 10. Hey, Blake. First to 10 tribal, right? First to 10 we'll and tribal
I'll do
mirror.
that. I'll do that.
Right? First to 10 tribal mirror.
Okay, I'll
Because
do
I'm probably
that.
never gonna play it like cyber sub in fucking tournaments. I might as well play them in exhibitions or something.
See, the thing is though, I feel like I could be better at a character in a mirror than you, but you'd still just beat me due to fundamentals because that was so dumb. I was like, all right, I'm gonna run in and I'm gonna just space this better so we can't whiff punish it 8 times in a row or something. It was just whiff punish after whiff punish after, and I was like, what do I do?
Stop whiffing shit, man. Not easy.
That was not fun, but it was informative.
What else? Okay, so we can run that. I want Vlad to rematch the gut, right? First to 10 is VC.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That should be interesting. I'll go for that one. I could do with another win.
So, considering you rejected my first to 10 proposal at Aaron's, I would also issue an open challenge to you.
You said first to 5. Rephrase that. First to 5.
All right. Since you rejected my first to 5, I'm offering a first to 10.
Where?
I don't know. Bam.
Okay.
Bad for
yeah.
Friday, VC.
Well, okay. So you're doing the first 10 with Justin at YSB.
Yeah.
Right. Next YSB.
Oh, is it this YSB?
Yeah, this one. The run back.
Sure.
And at BAM, I will give you a first to 10. No problem.
No, Justin can't make this YSB.
Probably his exams or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said he can't make this one because it's so early because of Easter weekend.
All right.
Okay.
All right,
So-
but Jacob, we're probably gonna have to record all these exhibitions that we need to run.
Yeah.
There's beef in the Oz community.
What else can we run? We can run. Actually,
I want to see. Oh fuck, Nada's not there, but I want to see a Nada Arnold first to 10.
well, that'd be good.
That's interesting. That will be nice.
That would
But
be good.
Nada's not going.
You know,
Obviously.
I want to see James versus Quan Tana for Sub-Zero of Australia. Grandmaster Sub-Zero of Australia.
Oh, tunnel.
That'd be good to watch.
That would be good to watch.
Grandmaster mirrors are not good to watch. Come on.
No, they're hype, man.
Hey, but if you're there in the offline setting and you see James
That's cool.
play,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
James,
like,
James
fine.
offline is hype.
Yeah.
that
James
is very
hype
true.
regardless.
James is the best hype guy I've ever seen.
So good. So Abby has another question. This will be very much for Sagat and Castiel because Aaron and my experience isn't pretty limited. But who are some of the better online players that you guys know of who haven't made it to offline tournaments yet?
Hamish
Boy,
and Hamish. Yeah.
Boy and Hamish.
I thought Hamish. Wait, where's Hamish from?
No.
Isn't he?
He's Queensland, but he's way
Queensland.
up.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And Boy 987654322.
Is he New Zealander?
Yeah, he is.
He's
But
yeah,
he's solid as fuck, so I think he'd be really interesting to see offline.
definitely.
Forgetting anyone. Has Toxinity played offline? I don't think so. I think he'd be. Although both of his characters just got gutted. Actually, oh no, that was beta.
Naganada got buffed, didn't she?
Did you? Back 2 got a slight damage buff. I think that was it.
Who else, Sag? Who's really, really good online?
Um,
I think Boy and Hamish.
if it's for Australia, definitely 100%. I'll say Hamish.
Yep.
And then New Zealand Boy. Then you got Revan and JC too.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good.
Revan and JC.
Joshua Chin. Yeah.
Yeah, Joshua Chin. And I'm thinking I've played many online guys. Oh, there's a guy named Infamous Clock. He's really, really good with Ferritor. But to be honest as well, online, I'm just trying to think who last time I played with. There's a few others, but I don't really know them personally.
I think Boy and Hamish are the main two.
Boy and
like
Hamish.
they're online like every day. They're both really good, so it'd be cool to see them offline.
Who else?
I
What's
feel
that?
like we're forgetting someone like really major.
Andre 31 or something?
Oh,
He plays offline, doesn't he? Or no?
Does he?
I don't think so, but he should because his internet is rubbish.
I thought he had good internet. He had NBN.
Well, it doesn't show.
Same like Godblood Guts. He's got one of the best internets online. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna answer that question with Boy and Hamish.
Boy and Hamish, yeah.
Sure.
Boy is known for his aggressive pressure. Hamish is known for his outstanding blocking and whiff punishing.
Ooh, I actually haven't played Hamish for a while.
Who's
Yeah,
Hamish
Hamish. They're both difficult to play. If there's one I'm uncomfortable playing the most, definitely it would be Hamish because he just blocks everything. Just really drives me up the wall sometimes.
And Boy just has no fucking breaks. He just runs at you and
Just runs at you, yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember playing his heavy weapons jacks. He doesn't care.
yeah.
Fall through rocket cancel, keep pressing buttons.
Yep.
Hamish,
Oh, yeah, Superhuman,
Hamish,
yeah.
Superhuman. Is he someone?
Yeah, Newman.
Superhuman is really good with many characters.
And that's a problem, like, because I was talking to Googie after I had versed Aaron, after Aaron had mopped my entire roster. It was like 4 or 5 characters, and he's like, you can't be playing that many characters at this level. You need to pick 1 or 2 and just drop everyone else. And that rule, if that rule applies to me, it definitely applies to Newman because he plays literally the whole cast.
Yeah. But his main is actually Johnny Cage. He's got a really good Johnny Cage, but I just don't see him use him online. He like, I know KP2's come out and all this stuff come out.
But even before that, though, he kind of dropped him.
Really? Oh, he's okay. He's got a good Jax too as well, but see, that's why I made the decision about 7 months ago. I said, you know what? When I started using Lao, I just stuck with him, and I fiddled around with other characters to see what they got, but I always managed to practice with Lao every single day, and that's just what made me better. And I think, anyone who wants to play, like, anyone who's listening now that wants to play in the tournament scene or the offline scene, just stick with the character and just know every single thing about him. And just have an answer pretty much for every situation.
Chris is Newman. He's actually coming out to the next YSB on the 19th.
Yeah, he was messaging me about it straight after. It was like, all the boys asked me to come out.
He was going to come to. I know we told everyone in our PS4. So I was even telling Hamish to fly down with me so he could, but he wouldn't have it.
He's in Cairns, right? Cairns or Brisbane?
Somewhere in Queensland. I don't know. But yeah, so Chris is coming out to the next one. And I think that's it. That we know.
The online scene's pretty big, man. Like the rooms are on average 25 people now.
And since KP2 and Netcode have come out, even at midnight, 1 a.m., there's like 45, 50 in there.
What? 45, 50?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's spiked really hard since then.
Lately, it's been.
It's like, dude, I played the Netcode the other day. I was playing a Taz Online the other day.
Oh yeah, what did you think of it? What do you think of it?
It feels worse than the beta.
What? I thought it felt better.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I feel the input delay, as in a static frame rate delay.
See, that's what I was telling you, Blake. See, I told you the game felt a bit slower. Felt a bit floaty.
Because the beta,
I didn't see it.
The beta had zero input delay, but instead they had more rollback. So they tried to compromise by adding a slight input delay, so it had less rollback. So there is some static input delay. They said it in the podcast, right? Well, not the podcast, the combat cast. It was static 3 frames. So 3 frames in an NRS game doesn't matter too much, but you can feel it. Like it's not completely offline, but it's a shit ton better than it was before.
Yeah, I still think it can be used as
Yeah, it's
practice for offline at the very least.
yeah. Like I'm still gonna anti stand one online on this like consistently.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like you can't react to certain things.
You anti-stand one with your feet blindfolded. That shit's annoying. Jump kick.
Don't jump, bitch. Don't jump.
How much you gotta jump?
Someone needs to donate me a PS4. Goddamn.
I know all this hype, and you're just sitting there like, oh.
Jacob, fucking. Apparently, there's like 2 PS4s on for sale in Campbelltown right now. For like 300-ish.
Did you sell the Wii U?
I'm thinking about it.
Dude,
I haven't yet.
there's no competitive Super Smash Brothers scene, man. Come
Shut
on.
up.
Splatoon is good, but MK's better.
Yeah, man. Come on. MK's
It's
life.
definitely better. It's like I just feel shoddy buying secondhand consoles.
All right.
Depending, like, I'm obviously not buying Saggats because Vlad's got dibs on that. But I'd feel comfortable buying
Might
it
change
from...
mine. We'll see.
Oh, you're gonna cut his grass. I know Vlad is known for being lazy, so if you can give Sag an offer now, I'm sure he'll jump on it.
I'll trade you a Wii U with all its games.
They still use the Wii U's, man.
Anyway, we should wrap this up because we're hitting the 2-hour mark right now.
Yeah. Right, okay. Well, one last thing. Okay, so we went through all the cases. We went to Tribal, Baracho, Ish, but it doesn't really matter. Patch notes. Okay, so guys, you want to quickly go through all your feelings about Kung Lao being nerfed?
Wow.
Normalized.
Where do I begin?
Oh, look, you've done it now.
Very disappointed with Hattrick and Bustle getting nothing. But the most noticeable universal buff that he's got, that if you jump into, whether it hits or not, you can teleport grab.
All right.
That's the most noticeable thing. Oh, also his forward dash and back dash seems to be a lot better. So that's definitely going to help out a lot. And also with Tempest, as you know, the spin sucking you win on block, which is, you know, I complained about it before.
It doesn't change much. It basically just helps the guys who have issues punishing. It just is like the scrubs and stuff. Not the scrubs, but like people.
No advancing normals.
No, it helps the scrubs punish because unfortunately some people don't know how to punish a -27 move. But the one thing I find I couldn't understand, like with the Tempest, the EX orbiting hat has a 40 frame hit advantage.
Yeah.
So technically, when I've got that hat out and I teleport, before I even come up the ground, that hat hits you first.
Oh, what?
And yeah, that hat hits you, and I can.
The EX hat teleport's gonna be legit. EX hat, EX teleport.
It actually makes his teleport more stronger now.
Yeah, that's huge.
So,
you had your bullshit like hat spin and a whole teleport and it appears before you appear.
Yeah, I can do that. I can do the EX hat spin, and then as soon as it hits you, I can come up. I've got enough time to land a 3 with a 4/4.
Yeah.
And technically, like, I don't know why they put a 40 frame hit advantage on that hat.
It needs it.
Because obviously, as you know, it used to be +12, but it's now +7. And also another most noticeable change is the back 3-2-1 EX hat spin. I used to hold block and bait things out, but now I don't think you can do that anymore.
Yeah.
So if you do back 3-2-1, if he like and you armor, you're going to punish it. It's guaranteed because you can't just block now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you can't do it. You get hit by the armor in the beta anyway. I don't know if it made it through.
Yeah, no, I remember when I was doing it in the beta. I haven't practiced it much with it in the lab, but I remember when I was doing it in the beta a lot. Back 3-2-1 EX hat's been trying to hold block, and a lot of people EXing through. So now I find that the gameplay is that if I go back 3-2-1, I've got to, I have to commit to it in a way, or I can go back 3-2-1 and try and, see if I can option select it or not, but it's a bit difficult.
Wow. That's actually a pretty big change.
Let's just give a shout out to that Katana buff. Stand 4, +11 on hit.
Yeah, man.
What is it with that +11? Why did you need +11 for a standing 4?
Because it's a 30 frame roundhouse that was literally useless before.
I think it probably still is useless.
Probably.
No, man. Dude. You're gonna jump in one, stand 4, and then you're gonna run up for a.
That's the most ghetto mix-up I've ever heard.
Ghetto mix-up.
Okay, Blake. Okay, how about this, right? If you ever anti-me with stand 4, I'll pause the game to give you the game.
Dude, that's like a read 20 frames in advance before you jump.
Yeah, man, come on, you deserve it. If you anti-me with that, man, you deserve to win.
assassin buffs though.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
I think that assassin is good in the matchups where she gets outzoned in, because like versing Ishkuten or Quan, Kenshi, like anyone that outzones Katana, I think she'll benefit a lot more from Assassin Strike.
Yeah.
And it has armor the whole way now. I was versing
24%, man. Fuck, the thing hurts.
Yeah, I was versing someone. I don't know if it's the whole way or very, very close. I was versing a Predator, and I EX armored full screen, and he shot a laser when I was like within down 1 range. Like I was really, really close, and it took the armor absorbed the laser hit, and he got hit by it.
Is it?
So that's really good. And if you have Sharpen on, and they jump into an EXF fan, you get 40% meterless off it.
Yeah, so it's seriously, like, Assassin feels like the cryo of right now.
Katana, yeah.
It's just she has no... The thing is, that's why I was kind of iffy about it. It's a damage buff, but she still has problems opening you up.
Yeah. I mean, like, but she's not a mix-up character. She's trying to throw it and like.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I kind of still feel like Royal Storm is better. I feel like the reflect, and the way better lift is better on a character with no mix-ups than a damage buff.
Yeah.
But on Assassin, another interesting thing you can do is forward 2/2 up 4 EX Sharpen, run down 1, and it combos, so you can down 1 like whatever you want off it.
Oh, cool.
Doesn't give that much more damage, but it's a thing.
Still damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Apparently you get plus frames too from EX Sharpen on block.
2/1 EX Sharpen is +6, I think.
Yeah, that's solid.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So like, you're not gonna like wreck people with it, but still you still have options now. Like, seriously, what did you spend bar for before? You spent bar for DP and like EX fan. That was it.
DP, EX breakers, obviously, but that's universal.
Like I'm pretty sure, like, what the god, fuck was his face? Arnold is the one person I've seen like land the most X-rays out of everyone. Him and Andy.
Yeah.
It's because Arnold is really, really good. That's like with his meter.
Yeah.
So one problem I have is doing
EX fan.
back 1/4 EX fan. Like if it hits, I get a combo. If it misses, I'm plus. But you use meter for you're not guaranteed anything. Obviously, it's +1 or +2.
Hey, so you got 6 frame down 3 now. Come on.
Yeah, with Jackie range.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, when I'm watching Arnold, like he manages meter so well that his X-ray is a really, really common thing because he doesn't waste it on, like he uses back 1/4 instead of doing back 1/4 EX fans, which is something I need to start doing more.
Mix up the
is that string considered confirmable?
Yeah, like, you can confirm the back one, but not the low. There's no way you can confirm the low. You just have to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so. Alright.
I think we should wrap up, guys.
Yeah,
we can hang out in the Skype call and keep talking afterwards, but I don't want to push this on too much longer. We're already 2 hours 10 in. So anyone, Saggat, you want to give some shout outs? I know you're keen.
Okay, the first shout out I'll give to Hamish. Second one is Tommy King, Shade, Newman, Reptar. All the online boys. Give a shout out to you guys. Nathan to go. And yeah, that's about it. And I don't know if Blake wants to shout out anyone, but yeah.
Blake, do you have anything you want to plug or anything like
Blake?
that?
Sorry, my headset went flat. I got it plugged in.
I just said, do you have any shout outs or do you want to plug any social media or anything like that?
I've had multiple people. So shout out to Sam Baxter. For winning.
He doesn't need any more.
For winning because he's doing us a favor because the MK scene would be boring if he won everything, which he totally could. And shout out to my Gold Coast boys. And that's it. That was fun.
Are you gonna shout out to Coltrane as well, or no?
No, shout out to Justin.
He let you win that.
He took it in stride and he handled that better than I probably would have. So GG's.
And also shout out to Homer Simpson.
Okay. Thank you, Sag.
You're welcome, son.
I'm guessing there's some inside joke here that we're missing.
There's not. That's the thing. There's not. He's just
No, that
being,
was,
being that random.
that was completely random. I'm just a random troll. That's how we roll.
Well, in that case, all social media and stuff will be in the description, same as always. Do you have anything else you want to leave with, Aaron?
Not. Good podcast, guys. Pretty funny to see you. Pretty good to have you guys on.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for coming on. I'm sure we'll catch up with you guys again in the
Thank
future.
you. Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you guys at YSB.
Fantastic.
All right, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.